I continue to set up shit and get
All right.
my readings up and everything. I'll be done in like maybe 5 minutes tops.
Cool.
Yogu remembers we were trying to determine where to find Kensington's child. We scrying, and I think Yoga was the one that was able to use the scrying orb. And we saw the bedroom, and the child had just been born. Is that right?
So we were trying to figure out where Kensington was, and
Right, right.
we were talking to Dollface and learned that he had Hexbeard's head gem or whatever, so he wasn't going to be able to be scryed on. So we had learned that he, had married the Pope's daughter, so we're like, hey, check on her. They've been married for, 10 months. So maybe, she's one, due, and two, he'd be around with her. Didn't see him, did see her giving birth.
Right, right.
So now we know he has a kid. That's potential leverage for Team B. We are going to break into the prison because we know that there will be information on his secret hideout there. It's like a military fortress that would have the location of their general headquarters, even if it is a secret base. We got to break into the Pentagon, essentially.
Yep. Into the Pentagon. Yeah, that sounds that sounds right.
Yeah, the ship is totally fucked. We're on Dollface's ship, who was taking us sort of in that direction. And
it was taking you guys to Robot Pirate Island.
Correct. I guess taking us to Robot Pirate Island, where we were then going to. Our team is going to tree portal as close as we can to this island and make our way there, while the other team teleports. We're gonna wait a day, and then we're gonna break in. We're gonna do some recon, break in, and then steal the stuff and tree portal back to Robot Pirate Island. If we don't meet up with the other team in 3 days, then whatever team has survived goes looking for the other team.
Gotcha.
And if we get captured or something, write messages on our bodies for scrying.
Gotcha. And so it's my assumption we'll have time to long rest and potentially prep spells to help with this.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, no, you've all long rested.
Beautiful.
Since the last
case
session.
Well, I mean, we would get to Robot Pirate Island.
Yeah.
Then teleport there, then probably just do some really light scouting before even going in, because we want to go in completely fresh. So, and I need to switch up my attunements.
Right. All right. I think I'm about ready. I'll need to drop some other stuff later, but
yeah, attuned to the mask marriages. Keep the
John Paul Jones do be a pirate.
Cutlass warning.
Throw on the Mariner's Revenge as a little background noise. All right. So, in the last session, you had all come together and planned on what you all were doing for your heist. It was agreed that you would split into 2 teams. One team of the mostly human-looking people that have a chance to get into the Altocus, which is effectively the Vatican. I did some fun looking up what certain words would mean in the etymology of Vatican to find a good sound for what that word should be. Altocus is what I came up with.
Nice.
I like it.
But so, that one group decided to go to the Altocus, and the Altocus, as Perlin and likely Damien would both know, was is a place that is at least sometimes open for visitation, and humble and devout followers are allowed to enter at the very least certain times. So knowing that you divided your group into the most human-looking, elvish-looking people that would perhaps not necessarily turn heads going into the Altocus, and then the other group which was decided to be a bit more stealthy about their approach. This group was headed to the Black Keep. You're trying to gain access to the Imperial records to learn of Kensington's location, among other vital information to the Empire. You already know that the Black Keep is located on an island out of the capital city, and it is patrolled by an array of naval ships. The island itself has 4 watchtowers, a few dozen smaller buildings, 1 entry gate, and a large central facility where records are likely kept. Soldiers walk around freely at all hours and remain vigilant for intruders. The island has large walls that almost serve as a maze to make breaking in even harder. It's claimed that there's a cleric that lives there that can detect any magic used on the island, and where it comes from, although it's not clear to what extent this is true. The island also serves as a meeting place of high-ranking Imperial officers. The island guard is made up of some of the most hardened Agrian soldiers in their military, mostly army, but a few navy. The Empire has, at the very least, created a distinction between the 2 units at this point.
They're all veterans, though.
They're all veterans.
Yeah.
However, you will be able to tell you would be able to tell the Navy veterans from the Army veterans, because the Army veterans will probably hit a little harder on this island.
Gotcha.
If you get into that.
Nice.
As you all get back to Robot Pirate Island, you rest up. The next day comes, and as you're waking up, you say your goodbyes to the other group, and they create their teleportation portal, zipping out of your sight and existence, leaving just the 3 of you, knowing what your next mission is.
All right. Let's do it. How far could Yogu, I guess, what is the closest location Yogu would be able to use transport via plants?
It is outside of the city of Agri, which is like the Agrian capital.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like how the Roman Empire is the capital is Rome, the Agrian Empire's capital is Agri.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So that what you know about Agri, I guess this group has probably never really been to or possibly even heard about this city. But from what you've heard of the others describing it, Damien in particular would be like, "Oh, it's the largest city in the world. It's beautiful. It's great. All the ugly people have to go to the one side of the room, and you only have to look at pretty faces so long as you stay in the right parts of the town." Essentially saying that there is a racial caste makeup of this city.
Yeah, sounds like Damien.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Damien would love it. Effectively on the map. Let's pop over to the map so I can give you an idea of where it is. Effectively on the map. I'm just moving the ship to about where it is. It's about right there in that little dip in the coast.
Gotcha.
Also, this map is super inaccurate to the actual borders at this point because I don't know if I've updated it. But
we wouldn't know, so
yeah. Well, you technically would know,
know
depending on who took the magic map that updates with borders on it.
That's true.
Because you do have that, so I will have to update. We'll say the other party took it, and I'll update the map for next session. All
right.
Yes. So, knowing
you
this,
said- I'm sorry, you said where exactly? Sorry, I had to sign out and sign back in, so I was a little distracted. Okay.
where the boat is.
Okay, cool. All right, in that case...
Move the cyan X there, actually. Because the boat's where you guys are.
Cool. Yeah.
So you do have the ability to scry on people you think might be in the area, or potentially the area itself.
Yeah. Would we have, especially speaking with Dollface, who's been a little more, I would say, active in this whole war and conflict, would she know the names or have any sort of items maybe stolen from high-ranking officials who potentially could be on this island?
If you were to ask her this, she would basically unfold this a little like cloth, like leather wrap, and as she unfolds it, you see like a bunch of like badges of people she's taken out.
Are any of them still alive?
No. And
what about
she does know.
Didn't you mention that this could potentially be a they have POWs there, right?
They would have POWs there, yes.
Any
Hey, how's it going?
Doing pretty good. How are you doing?
Doing good. Doing D&D right now.
Would she
Oh yeah, I'll be there.
know if there were any would she know if there were any like pirates that potentially had been taken there? If there were, I guess most of the pirate lords who've been like taken out have been just killed, but if there were like other, like, I don't know, first mates or something who would have been captured and maybe taken there? Or maybe someone from like Oldcaster who would been like captured but wasn't maybe immediately executed because they weren't a pirate, you know?
Yes, there would likely be, like, so Oldcaster in particular, there would likely be a couple of faces from there. She basically says if they were a pirate lord, they're done. Like if you're a pirate lord, they took you straight to Kensington. Kensington's killed you. She kind of like taps your jaw. It's like you should be able to basically feel it when that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Of like you all have a similar like attached thing. You have like a connection. So any pirate lord would be dead, but there might be some like first mate. There might be some first mates. There might be some people from Oldcaster there. She doesn't really know who would be there. Mostly, like, so it does serve as a prison, but the prison is more of a like secondary function, only for like high profile criminals. They don't want to like store out. It's mostly like a military base, like the head military base just out of the capital city, that can like effectively hit anywhere in the bay within a couple of hours.
Yeah. All right, so don't know any high-level officials right off the top of our head, unless wait, who was the guy
say the name? Oh. General, Prime General Solcombe.
Was that the guy who was trying to conquer Tabax? Because then we beat the shit out of somebody's fleet, and he left. I don't think he ended up coming. It was like his Commodore or something.
No, that was you would know. Roger would at least remember it. That was a tiefling ship, not a.
Oh shit! No, you're right.
Yeah. But High General Solcombe is a name that you probably haven't heard before, and she basically describes it as the way the agrarian or the way the military is structured. It's like you have your standard like handful of generals or whatever, and then you have like what they would refer to as the high swords, which are you have like the Grand Admiral, the Prime General. You have a Grand Admiral, a Prime General, a
The
like,
Joint Chiefs of Staff. Yeah.
yeah, like there are 5 swords, and Kensington used to be one of them, and now he is the Lord Protector. So there is a different Grand Admiral now.
Gotcha. All right, so we got his name at least, and hopefully at least a rough description. So I guess we just try scrying on this dude until we can pinpoint a location.
Yep.
Might be worth trying.
Well, we gotta find a way to get down there. So our second best option is to use someone who Damien would have told us like lives in Agri, and hopefully they're like in a region where they're close enough to a frickin' tree that we can teleport into the city and then have to try to Alcatraz make our way across the bay. But you know, it's possible. I think that's Plan B. Let's try this general first.
Sure. Do we have the scrying orb, or do I need to cast
I think you're
scrying?
casting.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can cast.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
No.
also assume they would take the other the real bag of holding, where you guys would have Nox's bag of holding.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay. Yogu. Oh Jesus. Okay. Yogu says Yogu will try and see what he can see, and then he's gonna cast scrying on this person.
So what, we have secondhand knowledge and no piece of them.
Yeah. So that'll be.
They got a +5 to their save.
Yeah, they get a +5. They'll need to beat an 18.
And what save is it?
Wisdom.
It's a wisdom save.
Alright.
And they get a +5 to this roll.
So they get a +5 to this roll. So I don't have this guy. I'm
Go for it. We will trust your rolls.
Just a little behind the scenes. I don't have this guy's stats in, so he would have a +3. So he has got a +8 to this.
Lovely.
Awesome.
The rolls. Hey, he fails.
Hell yes.
Nice.
He only needed to roll a 10, so love that for us.
That puts you at a coin toss. So
True.
all right.
I guess
As
Yogu's
you-
eyes kind of light up, and he says, Yogu sees.
Yogu sees General Solcom.
General Suku.
General Zuko.
Suko.
I was thinking Dooku, but yeah.
It's just an amalgamation.
All right. I'm gonna make him giant. So it's
Remember,
visible.
Yogu. Look for trees. Gotta find a tree.
Oh my, Yogu, he is massive.
He's massive.
Big as a house.
He's big as a house. As you look at him and your vision clarifies, you see this angry grimace over his face. He seems to be yelling at someone. You can't really hear the words that they're saying. He is outside. He's on the roof of a building. You can see most of the island, but it looks like entirely buildings. I would like you to roll a perception check.
Okie dokie. Yogu can see buildings, constructs, but no trees so far. Ooh. That's not good for Yogu.
Seems that the angle he's facing,
He's like blocking the one tree. That's
you could see the map I'm looking at, you would be very upset, but
that's probably what's happening.
yeah, it just seems like you can't get an angle where you see any foliage bigger than like a couple of like topiary bushes and a little fountain.
Okay.
Alright, Yogu, who's he yelling at, though? Because maybe if it's some, you know, lower level guy, he's gonna go to the city or something for him, and we could follow him afterwards.
Yes, yes. Yogo will look.
What's his name?
Who's this guy yelling at?
Fantasy name generator, hurry!
You
Um,
can tell this Suku. He seems very grumpy, yelling at someone.
I mean, based on the way you described him, he sounds like he has a massive stick up his ass.
Yogu sees no stick up his ass, but
who does? Not see a stick up the ass.
Yogu just takes it very literally. No stick. Yo, Roger.
Well, maybe we need to put one up there.
If that's what you're into, Roger.
Hey man, don't shame.
Right.
Yogu never shames.
All right.
All right. Yeah. You hear him yelling, and he says, "Lieutenant Shelby, like Vice Lieutenant Shelby, I'm very disappointed in the way you would do this. Something."
Oh my gosh, he's yelling at this asshole about reports. Who the fuck cares about goddamn paperwork that much? You can tell he's a real fucking asshole. Alright, well, we've got a potential in this Lieutenant Shelby, Vice Lieutenant Shelby.
Yes, Shelby.
Alright, well, I guess, you could do this for 10 minutes, right? So just keep an eye on him and see if we can come up with anything.
Yogu's eyes, they're still like glowing as he's scrying the sky. Says, Yogu will watch.
Hey, Nox, did you grab those, oh gosh, what are they called? There were those magic items, I think they were in the other bag, but I asked you to put them in your bag. Those sealing stones?
Oh yeah, here they are. Pull them right out of my bag.
Perfect.
Anyone have any fucking memory how many of those you had left?
I think 7. Because we had 10, and I think we only used like 2 or 3.
All right, you do have.
Sounds right to me because I don't remember.
I had them. I had them originally. They're not on my sheet
okay.
anymore, but if you still have access to Atlas's sheet, they should be on there.
No, they're the ceiling stones are there, but I guess the quantity is what you're saying.
Yeah, I had it written in my items.
All right, let me
But
check out this.
yeah, I think those might come in handy, especially if we have to make like a quick getaway or something. We can block up some doors or something.
Yes.
I don't know if you put them in here. I don't see them.
Like in the
I see.
items.
Yeah, in your like inventory, right?
Yeah, I distinctly remember putting them in there.
I don't see them.
Maybe they're in my bio.
Maybe.
I remember keeping track of them either way.
I believe you. I just don't see them.
Yeah.
So,
I'll look at my notes.
But no, 7 feels about right. It gives you
Yeah, well, because like
7 minutes.
we had a bunch and we didn't. We like barely used any.
As you guys have gone months and months without using these, you notice the magic is slightly weaker. It seems like it's only going to last for 5 minutes now because I happen to have an hourglass for 5 minutes and not 7 minutes.
All right, that works.
Anyway, 10 minutes go by, Yogu. Your eyes feel incredibly dry as Roger told you to watch, and you have not fucking blinked.
Yogu needs to blink.
Well, blink, damn it,
Okay.
or
Yogu
lick your
blinks.
eyeballs.
Yogu blinks first, and then the spell ends.
The spell ends as soon as Yogu blinks, and a huge feeling of guilt washes over Yogu as if, oh no, I blinked and now we'll never know.
Yogu has failed. So in that 10 minutes, is there any other opportunity to see any foliage
gonna say I gave you the one check for the 10 minutes of if you have an enemy tree or not. You don't. You
Okay,
did
that's
get a
fine.
look at Lieutenant Shelby's face.
Okay. Kyoka will try again.
Did you
Yeah,
learn anything else that would be useful for us, like moving around? Like, you know, the doors seem like they're all locked. Are there, like, you know, any obvious points of weakness?
Uh,
I'll let you roll a
Did I-
second perception check for that.
okay.
I mean, just something to...
The duality of man.
Hey, that
Natural 20.
Oh my
doobie doobie
God.
doo. All right.
Give us all of the secret entrances.
As you look around, he is currently standing outside of a large building. The large building looks like it has 2 stories. Looks like it has 2 stories on it, with a big base at the bottom. You can see a path winding up to it with it almost like, you know, this is a military base, but it almost looks like a fucking town down there. You see a graveyard. I don't know if that helps you. You do see a graveyard.
So.
Again, you see the 4 watchtowers, and as you're looking out and you see these watchtowers peeking out over the buildings, you can just barely make out 3 soldiers patrol, like sitting at different spots on the watchtower with rifles mounted.
All right.
Who sees heavily armored guards, graveyard, secure rooms. It won't be easy, but Yogu does not see anything else.
All right. Thanks, Yogu.
You're welcome.
All right. Did it sound like Lieutenant Shitstain was going anywhere anytime soon? When
Yogu doesn't know. Lots of
Grand
yelling.
General or whatever dismissed him? I didn't say. All right. Well, I don't know. How long do you want to wait before you try to take a look at that guy?
Give Yogu a second as he's like licking his eyeballs. After
With
Yogu.
a 30 on your perception, their voices start to like become a little bit clearer as you stay there, eyes like fixated open, like staring off into the distance. There's like a guy walking by on Robot Pirate Island, and he's like
Just,
looking
like,
at you, and he just
staring
keeps
at
going
him.
like,
Hey, get the fuck out of here!
What are you looking at?
you
Keep on
hear,
walking, asshole.
You hear the general say, like, Lieutenant Shelby is like, we're just gonna go with Shelby. It's easier to say. Lieutenant Shelby is like, I'm sorry, General. It won't happen. Like, such a mistake won't happen again. And, oh, you're damn right. Such a mistake won't happen. Oh, you're damn right. Such a mistake won't happen again. You won't feel this good once we make you. You won't feel this. You won't feel this good, and you're not gonna fail me again, are you? Blah blah. Yeah. Well, you're gonna be cleaning the tide clock for the next 30 weeks.
Jesus.
Ouch. Do we know what a
Starting
time clock
today.
is?
Like effectively, like starting today. Get to it. And sir, yes, sir, and walks off.
With our sailors like knowledge, would we know what a tide clock is?
You can roll a history check at advantage.
Okay. History advantage. 14.
You feel like you've heard of one before? Not enough to know what it's really doing, but only ever heard of it in context of like,
It's got to be down
you
the
know,
beach somewhere or something.
you know, like, well, you know that like the Agrians have them, that like it's, and you like maybe the Udrothians have them or whatever, but it's not something that like pirates would have. It seems like a a thing that would only be in a formal navy or military.
Gotcha. Alright, well, Yogu, if he's going to go clean this tide clock thing, I don't know what the hell that is, really. Maybe it's down in, like, a beach somewhere where, like, it would be near some trees, hopefully. I'm really crossing my fingers because I really have no idea what the fuck that is. Hey, wait a second. Nox. You gotta stop standing behind boxes. I cannot see you behind them. You're the Mr. Gadgets and science and shit. Do you know what this fancy tide clock thing is?
I just might.
I'll let you also roll a history check. Yours will not be at advantage. I suppose you don't need it. Shit, I guess I gotta go do it. So,
For reference, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, Jesse. So, like...
perhaps it's something I'm making up on the spot.
Oh, okay.
I saw.
It's a... Yeah, no, so... What you know about... So, what you know about this is... You've seen, like, a prototype for it before. It has to be built in a very small bay, I think is the right word for this. It's so small that it feels weird to call it a bay. It feels like you would use a smaller word for that. You've seen Von Baron had a little miniature those things that from like the 19 yeah, like a little miniature diorama that had like water filled up to a line to like test water currents or something. And the tide clock was basically like a fucking like hole punch on an island sized deal. You know that the purpose is to measure the pressure, is basically to measure like the pressure of which the waves are coming through, and it gives you a fairly accurate prediction of like what time the tides are going to come in at a later dates, and it also gives you a fairly accurate prediction of like weather patterns and other things. It just kind of gives you a good metric and general knowledge of like what the ocean in the general area is going to be looking like for the next little bit.
Gotcha, that makes sense.
But it does have to be built somewhere like kind of off.
Secluded.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that sounds perfect. So let's, I don't know, give him, what do you think? Like maybe 20 minutes to make his ass down to the tide clock and then give another look-see at him?
Yes, maybe even 15. He looked like he was very driven by Shelby's, or I can't remember his name, Suki's words.
Just keep going through different Avatar characters.
Yeah, I'm literally just like...
General Sokka!
But yes, we should wait some time.
Alright, let's do it.
So I guess Yoga will kind of putter around a bit for about 20 minutes. We'll say 20 minutes. And then says, okay, Yoga is ready. And Yoga will cast Scrying once again. Oh, word of warning, Roger. This is Yoga's last cast of Scrying today.
Wait, if you cast this, can we still transport, or do we need to wait till tomorrow?
Oh no, we can still transport.
Alright.
But I have one transport per day.
Right. Yeah, so maybe this is a... Oh, shit. Well, hopefully there's a place where let's see what we can find. Maybe we can transport there, lie low, maybe, like, hide in a cave or something for, a night, and then we'll hit him in the morning.
Yoko actually just learned a new trick that may help with lying low. But, anyways. Yoko's gonna cast Scrying again on this Shelby fellow.
Lieutenant Shelby.
Lieutenant Shelby. Wisdom save?
Yes. And I guess since I saw their face...
You did see their face.
So, no bonus.
Would that count as first hand? Or likeness?
We know this guy is a total shithead. And shits his pants at his superiors. I think we know him pretty well.
I will say you effectively have likeness or picture.
Okay.
So -2.
So that gives him a -2.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I think that means he fails. That's a 50.
yeah, he'll fail. So what is Shelby doing? What's Shelby up to?
Shelby. You see him popping out. There's heavily wooded area around him. And he's walking down a little log path. He gets to this sort of rocky shore and it starts climbing down this incredibly sketchy ladder that can't be up to code. He swims down into this little pool, and you see this machine in the middle of that pool that just kind of sitting there, measuring the time. And he pulls out. He's like holding a bucket, and he starts like getting on his knees and like spit shining it.
And during this time, during his travel to this tide clock, any trees?
Roll
anything?
I just said heavily wooded area, but that's such a Yogu response to that.
Sorry,
roll
I
a
was texting my
perception
mom.
check. Roll a perception check with a nat 1 being your only Yogu is
25.
Really dumb. All right. Yogu does see a couple of good trees that Yogu could be using for this.
Yugu says, got his ass.
Awesome.
Yoku has found a tree.
Didn't seem like there was anyone else around him, right? It's kind of in
He
out
seemed
of the way place.
from what you've gathered of this area, there's a small little like wooded patch on one side of the island that seems almost like completely left to nature. You did see him walk by basically like a shrine to Kalika. You would recognize the imagery, the curly antlers, whatever. And it. Roll a religion check, somebody.
Yoku will try.
I would say I'm not good at religion.
Yeah, I am not a religious fella.
Neither is Yoku.
I mean, I'm religious, but only about one specific god, and that does not
Only a
equate to
believer with nuts and bolts, and that's it.
Yeah,
You're
between
pretty
the
learned
three of
folk,
you,
though.
between the three of you furries, you're like, sure is fortunate that they just like left half the island wooded.
Hey, their ineptitude is our gain.
Oh.
All right, let's pop into this shit and stow away for a little bit.
Yes, how stupid of them. Alright, Yoku's gonna find a nice tree to cast transport via plants on.
You've got her picked out. She's beautiful. You're giving her the eyes up. This guy is like basically climbed down like a 25-foot cliff, and like you feel the tide coming in a little bit. Just watching him like kind of bob up and down with the tide. He's got a life jacket on. You can almost like feel the tide pulling you up, and every time it does, you get another little peek at it. You spend the whole 10 minutes like, that tree, baby.
Yoku has found the most beautiful tree. This one.
All right. Well, let's get our ass over to a tree on this island, and let's get on in.
All right,
Set up our little recon spot.
all right, you guys. Bum, 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 bum. I've got some kind of fun little heist music.
Oh, hell yeah.
Some of the labels may be very inaccurate.
No worries.
I don't make my own maps. I just steal them.
It's all
Sometimes I
good people
change
do.
them. That's good. No, I don't think that one's gonna be good.
I use my bird to scout the area.
You can. All right. Would you like to roll a perception check with Polly?
Dang, he don't know.
You send him up and have him fly around. He does a couple of once-overs of the island and gets a good look at all the little buildings. As he comes about 20 or so minutes later, while you guys are kind of like tucked down, hiding away in the tree, hiding away in these trees, he comes back to you, lands on your shoulder. He starts like metallic, like squawking, like chittering his little metal jaws at you, and you come to the realization you don't know if you can speak to this thing. Little guy is just saying things that you are not clear on.
And this is like a bird?
No, that's his
Like
is
construct.
homunculus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels-
Or
It's
their
like a
homunculus.
mechanical bird.
Would it count as a beast by chance?
No.
No, it's definitely a construct.
Ooh, yeah, Yogu cannot help.
That is flavor. That does not mean that you will never be able to speak to this thing or anything. That was mostly just
All right.
Give him some oil and tell him that.
Alright, let's make ourselves scarce. Set up some sort of like, let's find a good spot to hunker down in this these woods here, and then probably not the metal bird, just in case they got good eyes. Maybe a real bird goes and takes a little look-see around and see if we can count, guards and patrols and shit, and make a plan to get in here. I mean,
Yogu could help with that.
well, first we need to find a place to lay low, because I don't like being here without an escape plan.
Yes. At the very moment we are trapped, so to speak.
Yeah, so first things first, we gotta find a place that we can like hunker down and spend the night. Once we got a base, then we can do some scouting for tomorrow.
Come on. Let's walk
Yeah.
up on the edge of the eye.
Yeah, could we hide in that corner or?
Yeah, is there anything in this area here that's like looks like it's got some good
whoever wants to can roll either a perception or a survival check.
decent perception?
Very
Right.
decent.
Very decent.
You're following your little path. Around here, and you see that it like curls around in the forest. It seems like, and as you are like looking at this path, it's like logs that have been like cut in half laterally. They're like laid up, so it feels mostly flat, but you can see lots of like wear and tear on these logs and like boot scuffs and everything, and you get the sense that this is walked fairly regularly. And as you get closer to the shrine, you see that the shrine is like fucking it's made of gold, and you can very much tell something that sits out here in the forest like this would probably be covered in a couple of layers of like dust or something, but this is like shiny. You get the sense that people probably patrol this area and like come out here very frequently. But as you look around, you do see a good cluster of trees off to the corner over here, and from where you're sitting, you see a spot that is like completely blocking the sun. That you think if you all like climbed up and hid in that spot, you might be able to set up a little area.
All right. You see that copse of trees over there? I think that's the good spot. Let's go, be really careful. Let's not leave any, tracks headed that way. Step lightly and let's make our way to that spot and let's set up camp.
Yes.
I'd like everybody to roll a stealth check.
Hell yeah.
Hell to the fucking yes, boys. Let's go. SEAL Team 6 activate.
SEAL Team 6 activate indeed. I did not expect that.
Sneaky.
Roger.
Surprisingly, Yogu was.
Roger, Knox, both of you like are staying fairly vigilant, and you hear like a faint footstep in the distance just around a bend, and you silently like look to each other and like wordlessly like make hand motions and like dart into the forest. Very careful not to step on any loose branches or anything that might make some extra noise. Yogu, I'm not going to take a wild shape from you for that, but like Yogu, normally not the stealthiest due to his Yoguness,
True.
but holding his tail high and kind of like hunching over, you manage to like step your big lizard toes around anything that you might step on, and you get into a little corner.
He's in his
You
natural
hide
element.
as-
I kind of imagine he's just like on all fours like a lizard, just
Yeah,
like
like-
fucking scurrying through this.
Like, yeah, scurrying around on the ground.
you you get where you are, you throw a little like detritus and branch on you, you like burrow down, and you feel invisible, and you see two soldiers walk by, like talking about something of like, oh yeah, did you hear about Lieutenant Shelby? Oh yeah, here he's out here. You guys are like crouched down, hiding just behind this shrine, and you see both of these men sit down and start like polishing the shrine. It's like 40 minutes of just sitting here motionlessly, silently, as they're getting every nook and cranny like to perfection. And then as they finish, they both sit back. They both like take a couple of steps back, turn to the shrine, kneel before it, and they say a prayer. And that prayer is another 5 minutes of your time.
Yogu's getting so bored right now.
I imagine Roger's the one that's struggling.
yeah,
the
he is
most.
really contemplating just like jumping out and trying to knock these fuckers out, but he
But
holds still.
5 minutes go by, and they start walking away. You listen. You wait another 2-3 minutes. Coast is clear.
There's just a tree, a small branch falls out of Roger's hand that just has really deep claw marks into it. You're just like stress grabbing it. All right, let's get to our little hidey hole and hunker down.
Yogu stifles a yawn and says, okay.
By the way, DM, I have reattuned to my Cutlass of Warning, which means that we cannot be surprised.
That is a great thing. That had you not said that, that would be very annoying for me.
Yes.
But I will keep that in mind to the best of my ability.
Yeah, so it's well, I can't find it. But yeah, it's the standard Cutlass of Warning, so it's can't be surprised. And if a hostile creature is within, I think, 30 feet, it like alerts me. and it'll wake me up if I'm sleeping.
That also does kind of mean that I feel like I need to read the wording because that might be like, oh, it's just constantly warning you when you're like sneaking around because you're constantly within 30 feet of a hostile creature.
Just dings you every like second.
Yeah, if you get if you were like inside a building or something that
Yeah, it
had a
just
lot of
like
people.
It just like mentally buzzes in the back of my head.
Yeah,
It feeds my anxiety.
you're just getting fucking Chinese water tortured by your sword.
And they wonder why Roger is so high strung. All right.
So are the three of you attempting to take a long rest?
So I think we want to like set up a spot where we can take a long rest, where we won't be seen, and then try to do some recon, so that we have a place where we can hide, so that we'll have fresh slots going into our actual heist.
Right.
But try to get some information before we
Yeah.
actually go down. Like I'll climb a tree, pull out the. We have 2 of the emerald spyglasses, so I assume each party has one.
Could have sworn one of them has been broken at this point, but I don't know.
Ooh, actually, you might be right. So I think we only have one.
I'll let you take it.
Yeah, I think ours is more dangerous. I think we take it. If Yogu wants to maybe do some aerial recon, I'll climb to up a tree and like give a little spot look around.
Yeah, you
might.
do.
I might want to repeat a line from your little brief thing about the island. It is claimed that a cleric who lives on this island can detect any magic used on it. Although, no, it's not clear to what extent that is true.
Right.
Like,
Is Yogu's wild shape? I guess it would
It's not
be.
a spell.
It's not a spell, but it is like a magical transformation.
Yeah.
I mean,
if
have
that's true,
not-
then they
I
would
have
know
not-
we teleported in.
Yeah.
have not forgotten this. And Nox, you get the way I have worded it should give a little bit of a hint, but it is if the magic is used on the island. So like your homunculus wouldn't count because
It was animated previously.
yeah.
Yeah. And so something like a magical item, maybe not, unless it's like a significant magical trigger. If it's like a sort of passive magic, it's probably fine.
well, I can't pick up a brain, sit with a sound. So
You can't do what?
can't use my magical tinkering on like any objects that are found on the island. Is what I'm getting from that.
Without potentially alerting this person who may or may not actually be able to pinpoint something that small. I think the more magic we do, the more likely we are to be found. The more minor the magic, probably okay. But a wild shape might be a little bit too much. Alright, why don't I just climb up I'll just climb to the top of this tree and take a look around. See if I can just spot any other additional guards or a point of egress where we can get in without having to, hack and bash our whole way through.
All right.
So perception with advantage with the spyglass.
Perception with advantage because you have a spyglass.
23. Not a great roll.
All right, from your side, you can just barely see over the wall, and you can see this large, like, fairly ornate building. A lot of the structures on it seem to have these. I don't know how familiar you are with what Elven architecture looks like, but it seems very Elven-inspired architecture. And you see like a bunch of like statues and gargoyles of like fey creatures and like woodland creatures all across it. As you're peeking out, you can barely make out on the other side of the island those watchtowers that were previously mentioned.
They're on the south side of the island.
They are on the south side of the island,
Okay,
as is the entry gate. You guys bypassed it.
gotcha. All right.
With a little bit of reconnaissance, you can see where the forest ends over by the old well. I assume you can't see the well itself, but you do see a small, a small fence and a break in the forest. See a small fence and a break in the forest. At that break, you can see some very decorated graves on the other side,
Gotcha.
as well as a couple of buildings.
Um,
And most of this area is covered by someone walking around and patrolling, but it does seem that the forest is fairly clear of patrol,
gotcha.
at least at this hour.
Probably safe for the night. This here where I'm peeing, which kind of looks like a tower, is that a guard tower that has people stationed in it, or is it just a tower that has windows? Is it a building tower
you see,
or
you.
an actual watchtower?
Let me just grab some of my people. You do see somebody in that guard tower.
Okay. All right. Well, I think we've got an idea. I mean, we got to get into the big building, right? That's probably where all the records are going to be kept. Right? Biggest, most important looking building. Do I see any sign of prisoner's yard where maybe there's people being walked around in chains or something?
Roll an insight check.
I guess this should not be an advantage, so that is a 9.
I just read 16 immediately.
Well,
Even with a 9, as you peek around and you don't really get a sign of a a large yard for anyone to go around on, you get the sense that if there are prisoners being held here, they don't see the sunlight.
yeah. All right. Well, I was hoping we might be able to just keep your ears and eyes open, and if we do hear anything about where these prisoners are, that might be a little detour we could take and cause a bit of a ruckus that would take some heat off us. If there's some prisoners who are running amok, maybe they're not paying as close attention to the records room.
Start a prison riot.
I mean, it's not a bad idea. It's worked before.
Yeah, I like that idea. That old well. I mean, do we think that it would maybe connect to a sewer system or some sort of irrigation system we can maybe use to get to the building easier?
We'll go down the well.
Yeah.
I mean, I can try to sneak over there during the middle of the night and
Just to see what's down there.
drop down. I mean, I'm willing to take the chance, but you're our escape plan, so I can do it while you guys are sleeping and then just come back. I mean, I'm pretty freaking hard to see, but I'm damn quick. So if something really hits the fan, I can run back to you all, but maybe
I mean, I'll leave it up to you.
I'm willing to take the risk.
Unless I do a long rest, we don't have a way off the island.
I mean, I think that's what we do. I think you guys hunker down, rest. Especially you, Yogu, you gotta sleep. Nox, your number one priority is keeping Yogu from wandering off and or
Not sleeping.
not sleeping. And I'll sneak over and just poke my head in the well.
Yogu agrees. Yogu was very tired from all that praying that those two guys did.
Oh god, that was so boring.
It was. Yogu could take a nap.
Yo, guess what I brought?
What?
A stuffed animal that looks just like Suchiko.
Yogu big like puppy dog eyes, like grabs it and then hugs it. Thank you.
Now have a good night.
Joku's gonna go to the hidey hole and, and go to sleep, clutching the stuffed Suki.
The Tsuchinoko. Oh no.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if night falls, I want to incredibly carefully sneak over to the well.
Right. Roll a stealth check.
Okay.
Oh, I thought that was Jesse's.
God.
I don't think you. I don't think you're still can go that low.
At this point, no. Although I don't have. I wish if I hadn't multi-class as much as I did, I'd have God, what is that called? A reliable
Rogue
talent.
sucks until you have the one heist.
Nah, the reliable talent where like I can't, if I have proficiency in something, I can't roll lower than a 10. But that's a couple of levels away. Because all that
Right.
paladin smitiness. So yeah, I'll sneak over. I'm keeping like a close eye on. I got one hand on the cutlass to warn me if people are coming, and I'm just like a ghost in the trees. I guess actually, like with my sort of tabaxi heritage and climbing ability and stuff, I'm like tree hopping, making my way through to not leave like tracks on the ground and stuff.
Yeah, you pop through without much like struggle at all. You see a small group of 3 soldiers walking through. They're marching in a much more organized fashion than the other 2 you saw earlier. They seem to be on a patrol rather than just going to clean things. But they make no notice of you. You look around, roll a perception check.
Is this for the well, or like just in general?
You're kind of like checking for if the coast is clear for
Gotcha,
the well
gotcha.
to like hop down and investigate it.
15. Garbage roll.
You look around, you don't see anybody.
Um,
Feel like the coast is clear enough.
and there doesn't seem like there's anyone within 30 feet of me, so I'd slide down the tree, and creep over to the well and peer down with my dark vision.
You peer down with your dark vision. You see water. Yeah, it's water.
So there is water in the well. It's not like an old dry well.
Yeah, you don't get the sense that you don't get the sense that it's there for no reason. You're sort of getting the sense that what's the term? What's the word? Fucking they like it's actually actively used.
Yeah. So it's an old well in that it's been there for a long time, not that it's the old well that's no longer used anymore.
Correct.
Gotcha. All right. I have a question. I feel like this is something that Roger would know. I have some poisons. If I
Yes.
obviously they'd be diluted somewhat by the well, so they probably wouldn't they wouldn't kill anyone. But if I put my 2 strong poisons into this well and people drank from it, would it like make them sick enough to like incapacitate some guards potentially? Like if I poison this well, then in the morning when they come and get water, some of the guards drink some water, some of the guards get sick and maybe aren't on duty. improve our odds somewhat, or do I feel like these are more contact poisons that wouldn't work that way?
Roll. Roll a survival check.
Okay, come on, baby.
Dang.
I do know a decent amount about poisons, though, because, like, you know, rogueness.
You would. You would. You can make it at advantage.
Okay.
All right.
Not something I'm very good at.
Unlucky.
So an 8.
Sure this isn't an intimidation check?
I am certain it's not an intimidation check. Thinking about it, you dip some out and you kind of like rub it on your skin, like just a little drop. You don't notice a reaction. You promised the poison's good.
So I'm not sure if it'll work, or I'm sure it won't work.
With an 8, you're not sure if it'll work. You lean towards it'll work.
All right. I have 2 strong poisons, which do a good amount of damage. So I really hope this is a good use of them. I'm gonna take the chance, and I dump both of them in, and I'm assuming there's like a bucket or something. I will like roll the bucket down real quietly and like dip it and work it a couple of times so that it like stirs the poison in a little bit.
Yeah.
And then have it like I'll pull a full bucket up so it's up at the top that has like a good amount of the poison in it, so that hopefully like the first at least the first people to come get the water get a good dose.
All right. You
Um,
stir your poison around. You feel confident in your stirring.
okay. Trying to see if I have anything else in there that would. I have like oil that also would make
What's your passive perception?
people potentially sick. My passive perception is 21. And
you
I
have
can't be
the
surprised.
the boy. All right.
Yeah.
Roll a stealth check. You hear footsteps coming your way, and your little sword vibrates you a little bit.
I disappear into the shadows, back into the trees.
Shadows. Back into the trees.
I watch them to see if they take the water, just for like a second, to see if like if they're just walking by the well, or if they're actually coming to get water.
These 3, the sun is starting to set. These 3 are just walking by.
Okay. All right. I head back to the group and go down for a long rest.
All right. Get back to the group and go down for a long rest. Yogu, Nox, what are you 2 doing while Roger is doing reconnaissance?
Yagu is sleeping soundly.
And I'm making sure no one comes near me and Yogu.
Nox perched up in the trees with their rifle just pointing down, ready to go. You feel a hand placed on your shoulder, and you look up and you see it's just Roger.
Thank God.
Informing you that he is back. Are you going to sleep in shifts?
Yes.
Yeah, we want Yoga to make sure he gets a long rest. I can go without if we need to. But I also, because I can be notified by the sword, even if I'm sleeping, it still works. And I think we're pretty much good to rest. Especially if we feel like we're in a good hiding spot, which I feel like we do, then I think we're pretty confident in being able to all sleep and not worry about like maybe take short shifts to limit our exposure, but ultimately, if we have to take shit in order to not be exhausted, I think we all sleep. That's my recommendation.
I mean,
4 hours, 58, right?
Yeah, so like if we cut a little bit of time off, then we only have, yeah, you're right, like 4 hours where someone's not awake.
Yeah. I mean, Yogola needs to sleep, 6 hours, and then do light activity for the rest.
So
he could probably take up a watch if he sleeps first towards the end.
So yeah, so we're saying 2 out of the 8 hours are unoccupied, and we can do those during like the middle of the night when it's least likely to have anyone come by.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's a plan.
No, we just wait on God's decision.
I feel like we need a name for this sneak team. I was joking about SEAL Team 6, but like we need something like that where it's like I almost said Snake Team 3, but you guys are the Scalies, I'm not. So
the Solid Snakes and Roger.
Solid Snakes and Roger.
That's pretty good.
Right. With all of your stealth and with the abilities that you've had, you do watch and you see as certain some guards come throughout the night. It seems like every hour on the hour there is at least 1 or 2 people walking down this path. Going through the night, you feel like you've got a pretty good rhythm of about when people will show up. But you all manage to stay quiet and out of sight just until you see the sun start to rise over the horizon.
all right, I think it's go time. By the way, I dumped some poison in their well. Hopefully it takes some guards out, so they're at least, throwing up or shitting their brains out or something, and they're not on patrol, and maybe there'll be a couple less guards watching out.
Yes, that would be very, very helpful and funny.
At the beginning of the day, I'd like to just do a quick scan with the spyglass to see if there was, just sort of check to make sure there's either to see if the guard presence is about the same, like on the walls, as we're trying to. I mean, I don't think we're trying to get really into the town. We're trying to like basically hop right over these walls somewhere.
As you look around, so you do see a couple of doorways on this like top terrace. Just from before, that seems to be the big like entryway that people would expect to go through. The guard presence in the towers never. The guard presence in the in this watchtower that you were seeing never dissipated, as did the one watchtower over here that you could be able to see. That should have 3 guards on it, but throughout the night you did see a couple of changing of guards where things would come out. But it does seem like this is a highly patrolled island.
Do I get the feeling that we could time like a climb over the wall somewhere in the middle, past these guards here, sort of in this general area? I have a climb speed and rope, so I could like climb up, drop a rope down for the other 2 of them to so that we could go in through an entrance that isn't going to be watched. Just try to pop over this wall somewhere. Timing it with the guard patrols, since we're kind of getting an idea of how often they're coming.
Good sense. You could probably. All night you saw the guards in that tower change once. You're not that specific tower. You're not sure on, but you do see like every 20 minutes or so, somebody is walking along this path.
Okay.
But that leaves you with about 15 or so minutes of maybe
No one there.
not being seen.
All right.
But
All right.
that tower does worry you a little bit.
Are you guys ready?
Yoku was born ready.
All right. I think we've got two options. We can either try to just pop on this wall and sneak past those guards in the tower, or, and this is really risky, I'm pretty quick. I could potentially sneak up the side of the tower and try to knock those guards out, and open a whole hole for us to get through. But if they don't go down in like one hit, then we could be in some tough straits.
Yoku thinks that's too risky.
I'm thinking so too. So I think we just go try to pop through on a. We go over here to the middle of the wall. We wait until the guard passes, and use our little window to climb up and in, and we'll pull the rope up behind us.
Yes,
Anybody
yes.
else have a method of maybe climbing or traversing outside of that?
Well, all of my methods would revolve around using magic, which could potentially give away our location. So I'll just defer to Roger.
I have.
Same with Nox.
I'm not sneaky. I believe in him.
I have. Was it Pythons?
Pitons?
The
I
little,
suppose you do have pitons,
yes,
don't you?
the little metal spikes for climbing.
Yes.
That I could like leave on my climb up if I can like wedge them in, not like hammer them in, but like if I can find some cracks to wedge them in to give them a little more handholds on the way up, to make it easier for the group. I only have 5 of them, but hey, look, man, this is what my class is for here.
I know. I know, but I'm just like, okay, you're trying to use a piton as a cam. That's not really...
Hey,
That does...
you know what? In D&D, there aren't cams, so yeah, work with what you got. Yeah, I'm not trying to like hammer in like a tie-off point, but more of just like a, while they're climbing the rope, something as like a handhold to make it easier as they're like climbing up. They can put their feet on it and then keep climbing and stuff like that. You know?
Yeah, you're trying to like use it as like a hex or a cam or something to like hold
Sure.
in.
You're
I
the
hear the
climbing
word.
guy.
Exactly. I have not used a baton, but I've used hexes and cams, and I've seen batons, and they're not exactly what you would want for this because you have to hammer them in.
Right. That's why I'm saying like find a crack and wedge it to like hopefully get
I'll
it
let
in.
you try to do that as quietly as you possibly can. But that will require a second stealth check.
I think it's worth it to help them climb up as stealthy as possible. So if that gives them advantage on either the climb or the stealth via climbing, I will take that chance because I have a really good stealth. So,
All right.
so make my way to the wall and time it, and then climb up, leaving some pitons behind. How many do you want me to use? I have 5.
So this wall's probably 30 feet tall. That's a
So,
pretty
like, 3?
big wall.
Oh, I was thinking like basically like little stopping points, basically like find a crack that allows them to like give a little bit of a bump, but not like a way to specifically climb up just for the pitons.
We'll do 3.
Works for me.
You can do as many as you want, but if you want to do 3, you can do 3.
I'd like to have some backups in case we need them for later, but
All right, that's fine.
if 3 works, then 3 is what I would do.
So roll me 1 stealth check to climb up the wall, and the other stealth check to try and get your pitons in.
Okay. 20 for up the wall. 26 for pitons.
All right. As you're going up the wall, you manage to find a couple of small cracks in between masonry points where the mortar's kind of breaking away, and get your pitons kind of stuck in there you're very confident you haven't made a sound doing this. But as you get to the top, you are like grabbing at the edge, and your claw comes out a little bit, and you scratch. You peek up, and you feel like you like duck down. You feel like you just got caught. You feel like the guard saw you. You can feel the guard's gaze off in your direction. You pull out like a dagger or something and kind of get a mirrored look up there, and you see the guard looking in your direction, peeking at you. After a moment or two, he turns around, and you feel like you've got a slightly clear coast, but it is going to be cutting it.
All right. I climb up to the top, toss down the rope, and signal to the other two to follow.
All right. I'd like you to both make... I don't want to make you have to roll 2 checks, because I don't... yeah, I'll just make... you can both just make stealth checks.
Okay.
Yeah, if this, like, essentially between the rope and the batons eliminates the climbing check.
Alright. Yagu.
Yaku 13.
13.
Not great.
Nox. Milkus. Milkus.
Yeah, I'm
Stealth
finding
check.
my sheet, sorry.
Yeah, good. Just making sure you're there.
Ayo.
Thank God.
That would match for Yogu. However, the batons are giving you a +3. Use 3 batons, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do your stealth check.
Perfect. Sneaky beaky
You
like.
feel just quiet enough to get through.
God, I'm
Go
sweating.
pop up. And and Roger, the whole time you're watching these guards, and as soon as you get, like you pull Yogu up, Nox climbs over himself, and as soon as this happens, you're basically like grabbing Yogu's hand and like guiding Nox and running down the stairs that you see in front of you.
Thank God.
All right. Things are different now. Having to check. I'll have this one. No, I don't. Do I have this one? Nope.
So there was a stairwell down into the building.
There is a stairwell down into the building right next to. If you look at the middle of that.
Oh, yeah. I see it now.
Yeah. No, hang on. Do I have any music? I suppose I don't. There we go. Found something I didn't delete. Cool. It's got a little bit more of an atmosphere. That's still not the atmosphere I'm going for, but whatever.
Sounds tense. Like we could be caught at any moment.
Yeah.
That's the idea. Let me make sure I've got you guys where you need to be.
I mean, asshole's completely puckered.
But cheeks are clenched.
Let me just... Right. All right. Where'd Nox go? Oh shit. Oh shit.
I'm in the trees.
In the trees.
Oh no. I'm in on the other sheet. I just like
Oh.
fucking lost Nox for a second.
Nox just immediately runs off.
Nox was in the walls. All right. 3 of you climb down the stairs and find yourself in a hallway. See immediately to your south and to your west, you see 2 doors doors lining basically every direction and every hallway you can see.
Are there any like nameplates or anything like on the doors, like this is General so and so's office, or anything that gives a idea of where these doors lead to? Or are they just unmarked doors?
On the door to your west, you see the word, I guess, like Brigadier General, but it's like crossed out. Like the name below it is crossed out. The door to your south seems wider than all the other doors. It seems like it's a big double door.
Does that name of the Brigadier General, does that match anything that Dollface would have mentioned as like someone she's taken out?
Yeah. I don't have a name for the guy there, but Roger would pick up on the name that has been crossed out is a name that you saw on one of the badges that Dollface rolled out.
I'm gonna motion them to that door. This one should be unoccupied. If a person's dead, at least we can maybe poke around and see if there's any loose files there, or maybe a floor plan or something.
Yes, just walk softly.
I'd like to sort of like put my ear to the door, hear if anyone's inside.
Perception.
Garbage.
You're listening. You don't hear anyone. You do hear. I would like the three of you to go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh, shit.
Oh no. Oh no. I forgot to clear the order.
I got a 19, just so
Alright.
everyone's aware.
Yeah, we can put it back on.
No, I think I can just clear everybody until I see. Alright, so Roger got a 27, Nox got a 19, or Nox got a 12, Yogo got a 19.
Yep.
Alright. So the 27, are you gonna open the door?
I would like to slowly press on the door and see if it's unlocked.
You feel the door and you feel that it is unlocked.
Then I would like to open the door.
You open the door. Nobody's inside.
All right. I'd like to step in and usher the rest of the people inside.
Alright. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Alright. Yogu, you following?
Yeah, Yoga will follow. Step into the room. And he'd like to search, or just like a quick glance around the room. I see that there's this like chest and like
a couple
cabinets
chests
or something.
and a little. I guess I was meant to block that off. That was definitely a wall. You see a closet.
Oh, okay, so I
Through
can't.
the closet.
I can't
you
see
see
through
the. Yeah, you have enough time to peek through those chests.
Okay, so they're not like locked or anything.
Right.
All right. Peeking through those chests, what does Yogu find?
Yogu finds 3 pistols
Ooh. Yogu picks one up, not knowing how to use it.
and a couple of little bags of ammunition
Yogu will take the ammunition too.
and a powder horn.
And a powder horn. Yogu straps all this to his his clothes. He says, "Hey Roger, who do I look like?" As he points out a gun and mimics Nox.
Oh, God. Yogu, please, those things are so loud. Stealth is the key here.
Yes, Yogu's just playing around. And Yogu holsters the pistol.
All right.
No documents, nothing, though.
All right. Remember to write down anything I tell you that you pick up. And like actually keep notes of it because it might be important. Importante. Yogu, is that your turn?
Yeah, I'd say that's Yogu's turn.
All right. Nox, what would you like to do? You just saw Roger and Yogu go into this room. I think Roger was like back in.
I'm waving at you from the door.
Yeah.
All right, so I should come into this room.
I used my held action to close the door behind him.
Use your held action to close the door behind him. As you are on this side of the door, I imagine there is a little small one-way mirror. You can peek out of the door.
Ooh, sweet.
Nox, what are you doing?
Yogu's already searched the chest and stuff, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yogi
the
searched the
closet.
chest and found a small arsenal.
Yep.
Is there like a desk or something? Guess there's a like conference table.
Conference table,
Papers or notes or something.
nice bed.
I guess I'll just stand by the door and ready in action.
You want to use an action to look around?
Oh, didn't Yogu already look around?
Yogi specifically found the chest. There might
Yeah,
be
I just
something
checked
else
out
in
the
room.
chests.
I'll look under the bed then.
Roll a perception check. Poke around quietly, look under the bed. Completely clear. You start popping through the drawers. You do find a uniform in one of the drawers. It says the brigadier. It has a rank. It has rank on it. You guys don't fucking know what Agrian stripes mean, man. But it does have name tag Brigadier General so and so.
I mean, it's got a lot of decoration on it, so
Yeah.
it's got to be someone important. But I don't know about you guys, but I can't look like anyone but me. So sneaking around in that uniform is not really going to help me because they're going to see this face, and I'm going to look.
Ooh. Call on Yogu. Yogu's raising his hand patiently.
Oh, yeah, Yogu. The thing is, remember there's that whole magic thing.
Oh, yes. Wait.
I think you should maybe just take it and put it on, and we can do it as a worst case scenario. How quickly can you do it?
Like, instantly.
Like instantly? I mean,
Yeah.
I honestly, I think you go ahead and put if you can fit into it, go ahead and put the uniform on, and then just in case, you can maybe pop into some human-looking dude and hopefully pass in a short, time frame. Take the tag off though, because you don't want them to have a name associated with you. Just have the stripes. The stripes will do all the talking for you.
Ooh, yes. But if they ask what should Yogu's name be?
What?
In a hypothetical situation.
Brigadier General Toby.
Tubi, got it.
This door is closed, but you can see out of it right now.
Yogu would like to take the uniform and put it on. It probably doesn't fit very well, but...
Was Yogu gonna disguise self, or?
Well, I have 1,000 forms, so I can cast Alter Self at will now.
Is Alter Self? Yeah, Alter Self ain't gonna.
Alter Self, would allow you to...
Yeah.
So I can do change appearance. I can transform my appearance, including my height, weight, facial features, sound of voice, hair length, color, blah, blah, blah. I can make myself appear as a member of another race.
Oh, it does say that?
Yeah.
Whoa. That's
Okay,
way
so
fucking better
a
than I
thousand
thought it
forms.
was.
A thousand
Yeah.
forms is more than just alter self.
Yeah, it's
Because
like a
alter
thing
self-
druids get.
Yeah, alter self doesn't allow you to change races.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, yeah. If you're
But I mean,
right,
if I
you'll-
use that, it might, ping the magic detection or whatever.
Yeah, so it's a
So I'll
last case.
last resort. So Yoga will put on the uniform and get ready to, be prepared to cast Alter Self instantly if needed.
Does Yogu take off Yogu's clothing?
Yes.
Yogu strips naked.
Nothing
front of
that
the
we
two.
haven't seen
Yeah,
before.
I mean, it probably happened many times.
Yogu is... I think Roger at this point has purposefully changed Yogu when he's been in, like, meat coma before. Just covered in blood. And just like, oh my god, you gotta get out of these clothes.
Right.
So Yogu will take his clothes and I guess, I don't know,
Here,
put
Nox,
them
open
in the
bag.
chest, or someone hold on to them for safekeeping.
Right.
Yeah,
Nox, do you have anything?
Nox
else
is a
that
bag
you
of
wanted to
holding.
Nope, that was it.
do? Right. As Nox ends their turn, you see as two Agrian guards walk down the hall. They were wearing much heavier armor than the previous guards that you'd seen. Seeming that they were army, not navy.
Gotcha. Cool.
All right. Roger, you're up.
Alright, so peeking through the door, oops. I don't see anyone in the hallways, so I'm gonna slip out. And this big double door to the south. Is there a keyhole or a crack in the door that I can look through?
As you get to that double door and you stand next to it, your sort of warning would start going off.
On my approach or after I stood there?
Does
Can I tell if it's I moved into the range of
your
someone?
sort of warning go through walls?
Yeah. It's within
Yeah,
30 feet. I don't think it's blocked by anything.
Yeah, then your sort of warning has been going on the whole time.
Yeah. So I guess my question is like, does it seem like I moved into the range of someone, or I moved there and someone was headed towards me?
You can revoke what I said because your sword has been going
Just
off
going the whole time. All right, cool. Well then, I repeat my previous question. Can I peek through this door in any way without opening it?
Yeah. There is a crack below. There is a crack on the bottom, or on the floor where you can dive down and see under the door.
Take a peek, see.
All right. Roll a perception check.
23.
Not easy to get a good head count from just the crack on the floor, but you do see a good amount of feet.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite sure how many, and it looks like a bunch of chair legs. You get the sense this might be some sort of like mess hall.
Gotcha. So chair like tables, not like desks where there would be records or something.
Right.
Okay. Then I would like to move up the hallway. Okay, so I was here.
Let's say that was your action.
25. Okay. I would like to man, I really feel bad about being caught out here. I'm going to I'd like to stand at this corner, sort of like pressed against the wall, like on guard. I technically have 5 more feet of movement. I want to be like in between these two spaces where I'm just peeking around this corner so I can see down this hallway and up this hallway. And at the... I don't have anything to hold, so I guess that's my turn.
I'm gonna put an aura on your token.
Yeah, go for it. I'll pull up the actual wording of the thing.
Because if it goes through walls,
99%
it
sure.
is way less helpful to you.
Of warning IV.
But your cutlass warning is not currently going off.
You and any of your companions within 30 feet of you can't be surprised, except when incapacitated by something other than non-magical sleep.
Right. So that's your turn. You end your turn there.
Okay, hold on. So we can't be surprised, but it actually, I misremembered. The 30 feet is that companions within 30 feet of me can't be surprised. And it awakens you and warns you and your companions within range if you are sleeping naturally when combat begins. It warns you of danger, but it doesn't specifically say that it like warns you that enemies are nearby. It warns you of danger, but it doesn't specifically say, oh, there's someone dangerous behind this wall. It doesn't specifically say that. It just says warns you of danger. So I'll leave that to DM interpretation.
All right. So that's your turn?
Yeah.
All right. Yogu.
All right. Yogu would like to make his way out of the room. Hold on, how far was that? Here, Roger's looking down that hallway, correct?
And I point to the door south of you, and I just go like...
Okay, good, because Yogu was literally reaching for the doorknob. Yogu will head up towards Roger. He'll actually dash, I think, to get a little bit of extra movement. Move up to this door here. And not open it, but like just kind of wait and, you know...
Listen?
If I can listen, then yeah.
Right.
I did use my action to dash, though.
Use your action to dash as quietly as you can. So you're listening there. I'll give you a bonus action perception check.
Okay.
Put your
23.
Nice.
Put your little lizard ears to the door. You hear kind of that, kind of like a, I can't make the fucking sound, but it's like a fucking kettle pot going off or something.
Oh.
Beyond that, you don't.
Like a light whistling noise?
Like
Yeah,
the
like a
key-
light.
Okay. You were going like this, I was like, oh, it's a pen scratching on paper.
No, I was
Yeah.
conducting the fucking.
Makes sense now.
Anything else I hear? Any footsteps or voices?
Just hear the boiling kettle. You don't hear any footsteps or anything.
Okay. Yoga will point to that door and just kind of shrug. Just kind of convey that he thinks it might be clear, but he's not completely sure.
Alright.
Anything else?
That'll be it for Yogu.
All right, Nox.
I guess I will leave the door that everybody else left through.
I point to the door south of you and go. No.
Don't open that one.
Yeah.
Proceeds to open it. No, I guess.
Kicks it open.
So,
Please don't. I don't want to have to add that many things to initiative.
It's like, what? You said don't open this? Kicks it open.
this 20. Can I silently take a dash action?
You can. So I let Yogu get away with it last time. From now on, a dash action will require a stealth check.
It's probably better. For me.
No, I will let you do it too, because but like from next round, like you can do it for free on this one, but starting next round,
Should
it's
I
gonna
dash
require
up to it past where Yogu is? Right here, okay. Was there anything in that door that I just ran past?
The whistling kettle.
Yeah, you hear like a whistling kettle.
I'm probably too short for the little window to see me, so probably just sneak right under it. Alright, that'll be my turn.
All right. The end of Nox's turn. You all see this door to the north of you, or I guess to the northeast of you, open. Like everyone to roll a.
Oh, this one right here.
No. You should be able to see
Oh,
what's
I do not see that far, actually. It's in the shadows.
That one.
This place should have daylight on, but instead of doing that, I'm just gonna bump you up to 60.
Okay.
Yeah. Yogu has honorary night vision.
Now I can see so much farther now.
Open.
Well, there's like lights and stuff along the walls, it looks like.
Yeah, no, there are. I will just have to remember to not take that token next time I'm
Yeah.
mopping you on something. All right. Everybody roll a stealth check for me.
Ooh,
Group stealth. Hopefully.
Nox, as you're walking forward, you hear that door open, and your heart like sinks, and you just like creep as like low into your skin as you can, and you don't realize it, but you let out a little. You see Hagrid and Soldier walk out and across. He doesn't seem to have noticed any of you.
So he just crossed to that left hallway up here.
He did just cross to that left hallway up there.
Gotcha.
He left the door open?
He did leave the door open. Nox, roll a perception check. You get the sense that he didn't notice you because he was looking down kind of at his shoes. All right, Roger, your turn.
I would like to move silently.
From here on out, a dash costs a stealth check.
Okay. So that was 30 feet. I would like to bonus action dash. 26.
All right.
I'd like to move 10 feet here and then just sort of peek around the corners. I guess that's, that's technically 15. Okay.
See what appears to be another mess hall. Three soldiers sit in there.
Does it look like this door is like going to swing shut on its own, like, or is it just like propped open?
It's been left slightly ajar. Like he was walking out and like thought he would have pulled it with enough force to close it, but didn't quite.
Gotcha. So it's 15 feet to here. Across the hallway here. I guess I set my action. I guess I have 5 more feet, but it doesn't get me close enough to that door.
If you're gonna cross there, I need you to make another stealth check.
Low rolls.
That was a pretty low roll.
This is why I need reliable talent, because then the lowest I could roll would be 35. Or no, 25.
Well, as you're walking across, your focus seems to be on this door that's in front of you. You sneak around, making sure, seeing the soldiers inside, eating a meal, drinking out of cups. You sneak across. You don't feel like any of them noticed you until you hear someone from behind shout, "Hey!"
Okay.
as it seems that the soldier that had walked across the hall earlier was standing in front of a door. He turns around momentarily, peeks, and catches you walking across.
So I'd like to stand at this corner, and I would like to use my readied action to prepare my clubs to just knock him out. Just like when he comes around, just like face, put him on the ground as quietly as possible, but just like, drop him. Maybe I guess,
All right.
I mean, like flavor-wise, it'd be like put the club across his throat and like chokehold him, but essentially, it's a strike, right?
Right. Yogu, you're up.
All right.
You did
so,
hear a voice shout, "Hey!" It
and
seems to be directed at Roger.
which direction did that come from again? This hallway.
From this hallway over here.
All right. And this door to the right, was that closed all the way?
That
partially
was
open.
just slightly ajar.
Okay. Yogu would like to step here and be ready to assist Roger. And just like hold Yogu's action to I don't know, bonk this guy in the head with his staff if the first swing doesn't take him out.
Bonk. Ready action to bonk.
Ready to bonk.
All right, Nox. What are you doing?
I'm gonna walk up behind Yogu.
Walk up behind Yogu.
And I'll hide behind his big stature.
Right behind his big stature.
Is
that the end of your turn?
That'll be my turn. Everything I do is magic. I can't do anything.
All right. Guy seems to sheepishly walk over here. Gets to the edge. And he peeks around the corner. Gonna make Constitution save.
Do I need to roll an attack roll?
He sees you, and he opens his mouth. You see that he's like ready to yell out, alerting everyone around you to the intruder. You do have a ready to action.
I want to just pop him in the throat so he can't scream, and then try to choke him out.
All right, roll an attack roll.
28 to hit.
That'll hit.
And then 33 points of damage. Hopefully is enough to bring him down. I do
Roll a
have two
stealth check.
attacks.
Roll a stealth check with it. With the elegance of somebody who has done this before.
I don't know if you can hear my heartbeat, but it is like exploding out of my chest right now.
I am like dreading that you got caught right there because I'm like, you don't realize how many things I have to add to initiative if you get caught right here. Fuck. Yeah, so with the elegance of somebody who has done this before, you pop him in the neck with your baton or
Club.
with your club as soon as you he comes around the corner, whipping around your own weapon, whipping around your own weapon in one elegant motion, and pulling him in. I'm gonna say you now have him grappled. He is slightly resisting, but you've hit him in the throat hard enough to where it doesn't seem that he can yell, and you are restricting his sound as you.
Yeah, so I have a second attack, and then Yogu also has his held action.
I got my baseball bat. Just give me the word.
All right,
So 19.
that's gonna hit.
Um, and an additional 17.
Additional 17.
So I sort of punch him in the kidney and then hold him up for Yogu to baseball swing into him.
As you hit this guy, you get the sense that he's a little spongier than things you're used to fighting.
I mean, he's a dude, right? You know,
Yeah,
he's not
well,
a god.
it's
We
just
fought a
like-
god
yeah,
last time.
Yeah, you fought a god, and you feel him stop struggling. You feel his breath like stop. He's barely conscious in your hands.
He's barely conscious or he's barely alive?
Is he still up? Like,
He's still standing.
Like, if I let him
Uh,
go, he would still, like, attempt to
if
run
you
away
let
or
him
scream
go,
or something.
you feel like he would hit the ground. Is what I'm saying. He goes just a little limp. Like you can still feel a little resistance from him, but he's pretty limp at this point.
Gotcha.
I imagine how you do this is once you've got like both hands like around the baton, you're just like.
and so he's still conscious.
Roll me a
so-
second stealth check for that attack, though.
Better.
Good. All right.
And Yogu.
Yeah, I mean, if he's still
Uh,
conscious, I mean, Yoke will take a swing, try and knock
That
him out.
is. That is his turn. It is. I guess Yogu has a.
Well,
range.
this is his
He's-
held action, yeah.
He's not really within range of Yogu.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if the staff would have a 10-foot range.
It does not. It has a 5-foot range.
Yeah, to like bonk. So
Yeah. So I guess in case he had come across the lower section.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I would like to use my action to choke him the rest of the way out.
You use your action to choke him the rest of the way out.
Yeah.
You can roll one more attack, I guess.
Oh my god. Gonna kill this man.
And a stealth.
So that's, hold on, I want to do some math here. So that's 20, 30, 45 points. Oh, 19 on stealth.
19 on stealth. All right, your action. You. The body goes limp in your arms. You are holding him.
Okay.
Completely limp.
Does he feel like he has a pulse? Or is he dead? Because I imagine kind of like jerked his head up pretty hard on that last one.
The knight.
With the crit.
You make this attack just as silently and just as deadly as before. But Yogu, you hear an audible as what you can only imagine is this guy's neck crunches under the pressure of Roger's attack.
Okay. I would like to.
A moment later, you hear the sound of a chair scooting away from a table.
I would like to drag this guy as quietly as possible up to this doorway. Does this door also have a nameplate on it?
Which one?
Either of the two, but primarily the one to my west.
The one to your west would have the one in front of. Quick reading, I suppose Roger's good. The one in front of you would say records. The one to your west would say, like Viceroy or some. What's
Yeah, Vice.
a lower rank? Like, they're not gonna have anybody like fucking bottom of the tier, but like the lowest rank you have seen on a door so far.
Gotcha. Like a captain.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I hear any noise from within? Any obvious sounds of like movement?
Passive is 21.
Yep.
You lean up against it. You don't hear anything immediately.
Okay. I want to drag this body into that room.
All right. You can pop open that door.
And just like lie him down on the bed.
Empty room. You
Does his
lie this-
nameplate match the door? If I like look at his like badge,
You
does it
look
have
at
his
his little
name on
badge. It does not match the door.
it? Okay, well, close enough. Just lay him down and like close I guess crack the door so that like I can still sort of see out, but it's not immediately able to like just see right in.
All right, Yogu.
That's my turn.
Yogu would like to. Does Yogu hear the chair scooting as well?
Yogu does hear the chair scooting.
I will say as I'm dragging this body, I do point to the door behind me, just signaling like that's the door.
That's the record
to the
right?
north. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like what we need, to be honest. I mean, if this door to Yogu's right is closed, or you said it was like ajar or something.
It's ajar. It's not.
It's like cracked.
It's open enough to where if you were looking, if you wanted to look through it, you could, but you feel like you have basically like a 3/4 cover on a stealth check. Is effectively how I would.
Gotcha. Yogu wants to pitter patter his way north and dash up to this door, and then take a quick listen. Any voices or footsies?
All right. I'll give you a bonus action perception check on that.
27.
You hear a grumble. Sounds like two people on the inside talking to each other.
Oh, poo. Fuck. Probably something. The chairs scooting. Someone's probably coming from that mess hall.
The chair scooting was coming from the mess hall, yeah.
Yogu would like to use the rest of his movement to dip into the room that Roger's in.
All right. Dip into the room. Is that your turn?
Yeah. Yes.
Knox.
I'm gonna run up there as well. 30 feet.
All right.
Are we sneaking into this room right here?
Yogu would probably point and like whisper or convey that the records room up the northern room up here has people in it.
Can I take a dash action into this room then?
Yep. Stealth check though.
Oh boy, what if I wake up the guard in there?
Well, you're gonna have to dash really hard to wake him up.
That's the dead
hit
guy
the
I just
door
threw
with
on the
my
door.
face.
You pop in the room. Do you close the door behind you?
Yes.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yep. One over here by this table now.
You all sit around inside, kind of. All three of you can feel your hearts beating out of your chest. You hear footsteps slowly approach. And somebody says, let me get a fucking name generator. Martin? Martin, I thought you were. What are you doing in what are you doing in Darius's room? Footsteps get a little closer, and you hear a knock on the door. Roger, your turn.
Okay. I heard this guy say something previously. He said, "Who's there?" or hello or something, right?
You did hear him say who's there.
Okay. I'm pretty good at imitating people.
Right.
Do I feel like I have heard this guy's voice enough that I could potentially imitate his voice at least somewhat passably, or is it just like I heard one word and I have plus 13 to deception. I'm pretty damn good at this thing. But like, is this I guess would Roger think this is a fool's errand, or is this I have a potential here to succeed? Even if it's slim.
Roger heard 2 words, this guy said.
Done more with less. Hey, don't worry about it. I'm short sheet in his bed. And I'd
Roll a
like to
deception
just
check.
close the door, like, with my foot.
Knox closed the door behind them.
Oh,
when they
okay.
came in.
Yeah.
Make sure you swap his pillow out. I think he's got the good one.
I'll just grunt an acknowledgement. Ugh.
Oh, did Cleric Varraven, he chew you out like you thought he was?
I don't want to talk about it.
One more deception check. Suit yourself. Hear the footsteps walk away. You hear the door to the mess hall close.
Yogu gives 2 thumbs up.
Roger is like at that adrenaline level where he's just like slightly vibrating.
He's
Does
giving
it-
that nervous purr.
Yeah. Does just a quick check to make sure this guy is actually dead, is not gonna like wake up and blow our cover at some point.
Pop your hand on his throat. Gone.
Alright. I just put the sheets on top of him and just like sort of roll him over so it looks like his back's to the door, he's just asleep in his bed. If the door closed, give just a nod to Nox and Yogu, and then go out the door and go up to the records room.
Yogu would have probably informed you that he
Yeah.
heard voices in the records room.
Yogu wants to reiterate. He holds up two fingers.
Does this door have a keyhole or crack or something that I can see through, or is this I have to try to crack it open to see inside?
This one has a little rubber like band on the bottom
Yeah.
and a rubber seal around the end. There are no entries.
Yeah. All right, then I would like to, as quietly as possible, try to turn the handle to see if it opens, if it's locked or not.
Quietly as possible, you place your hand on the handle. Roll a perception check.
Perception check. 27.
Start reaching for the handle. You stop dead in your tracks and you see a rune on the handle.
Seems magically warded in some way.
Yogu says Yogu could help with that.
I'm just gonna nod and point, and I guess I'll just step to the side of the door, crouch down, sort of like in the corner, just ready in case either this door opens or someone comes out of the mess hall to like spring on them as best I can.
Okay.
I guess I have extra movement. Should I just go ahead and stand down by the door down there? I guess I will. Yeah, I'll move down here and just be prepped in case someone comes out of the mess hall or comes up the hallway. All right, that's my turn.
Yogu. You see
All right.
Roger start to reach for the door handle, then immediately stop and make eyes at you, then eyes at the handle. You too notice the rune on the handle.
So Yogu could cast Dispel Magic and potentially get rid of that rune, but it may ping the person or whatever. But if we
Tripping
get
the
in
thing
and
is
out,
going to definitely ping it. So
yeah. So regarding even if we try to open it anyways, we probably
Yeah.
get alerted. So yeah, Yogu's gonna walk up to the door and cast Dispel Magic at. Let's do. Fuck. 4th level.
Yeah.
For each spell, hold on.
So if it's a 4th spell or if it's a 4th level
It
or
just
less,
instantly
it
cancels it,
instantly is
right?
done. Yeah. If it's
Yeah,
higher
I'll
than
cast
4th
at
level.
4th level, and Yoga will just kind of like hold his hand out towards the rune and then make almost like a crushing motion. If
That's what you want to do.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
Well,
But
if
like
it's a
dispel the rune?
if it's a magical trap, I can't do anything. Like I can't pick it.
I think I know what you're insinuating. Can I cast at 3rd level instead?
Do you want to cast it at 5th level instead?
I was gonna say, would you like to roll an Arcana check instead?
Sure. I mean, I'm not great at Arcana. Yeah, that's a big old fat 0.
Trying to figure out what that rune does.
I might wait for Nox to help in that case.
If you look at it and you have no idea what it is, I guess
Yeah.
just hold the dispel and wait.
Yeah, Yoga will just
Yogu
hold his action.
holds the action to dispel. Given Nox's word. Nox, you're up.
Alrighty. I shall head out the door.
You also heard that there were 2 people in there.
Gotta get in there though.
Oh,
This is the records room, right?
Yeah.
That
If we gotta
I mean, this
beat the shit out
probably-
of people.
this probably has what we need.
Yeah. I mean, maybe the door is quiet enough, sealed enough that we can close it behind us and people won't hear immediately, or
Alright, Nox.
Mhm.
Would you like to try to identify or investigate the runes?
There we go.
26, you've seen this kind of magic before. Von Baron. Von Baron actually has taught it to you before. This is a rune that will prevent... basically, there are a select number of people who have the same rune on like a ring or something, and only they would be able to open the door.
It's like a key card access.
I make that rune into something? Or do I have to go find somebody that has a ring?
Yeah, magical. Could he magically tinker it into something?
With a 26... With a
Copies the key
26,
card.
you think you can magical tinkering it into something.
It's a lot less of a magical presence than Dispel Magic. And at least it'd be the kind of same end up sort of magic that the dude would be sensing. So maybe it would sneak by.
Less conspicuous.
I say go for it. I give Nox thumbs up.
Can I carve it into a gold coin?
You can give it a try. Pop out a gold coin, roll a Tinker Fool's check.
It would help if I ever made that into a roll. Was that 180, 20?
Yeah, but it'd be plus proficiency plus either dex or intelligence, depending on what kind of roll the DM thinks it should be.
Would be Dexter and
And actually, you might have expertise in tinker tools at this level. I don't know.
All right.
Might not need it.
21 are very carefully copying the rune as closely as you can. You get the coin done, you hold up next to it. You can't see any inconsistencies. You feel like you've got it. You want to, what do you want to do? So that was your action, Tinker Tools. Your bonus action to do things. You still got movement, but
I guess can I just hold on to the coin until Roger gets up there and then hand it to him?
all right. Top of the round. You hear the voices on the other side of the door get louder, and footsteps as they seem to be approaching the door.
Can we hear what they're saying at all? Like, oh, what a good day's work. Let's go get some drinks.
Like, give me a second. Yes, I guess that record is very interesting. You heard about how I had to discipline Lieutenant Shelby today, correct?
Oh, fuck.
Oh my god, it's the guy.
You hear the other voice say, Shelby. Shelby, yeah. Never gets anything right. Just like Marvin. I heard Marvin was about to get chewed out by Valraven.
I go up to the door to this little bedroom, and I like signal like, here, people inside, and duck inside this room.
Duck inside that room. I assume hold your action to stealthily close the door.
Yep, and signal for Yogu and Nox to follow me.
All right.
Yoga would like to tiptoe into the room and hide.
Yogu tiptoes into the room. Nox.
I also tiptoe into this room.
Nox tiptoes into the room.
And I close the door.
Roger closes the door.
And I stand on the other side, like ear pressed to it, to listen to when they're like down the hall and past.
You hear the door on the outside open. Squeak open, but you also hear kind of a little kind of like a magically fairy sound, like the sound of like fairy dust flying off of something. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I
residual magic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Etc. They begin to walk out. You hear their conversation continue, and then you hear a third voice and footsteps coming from the south. The third voice says, "Did you cast a spell?" Here, General Slocum. Did I cast a spell? I could have sworn I felt something. It was probably that damn door you made. Calm down. You wait a moment. More footsteps. You heard one set of footsteps walk away immediately. The other two, they're standing there silently. You're not sure why. Another minute or two goes by. You hear them whispering at an inaudible level. And you hear more footsteps
Approaching or leaving?
leaving.
One set or two?
Two. The 21 perception, or like passive perception, your ear pressed against the door. Roll me one more perception check, and I'll give you this one at advantage.
30.
You are like fucking Toph right now, like seeing with your feet. Like you can like see the vibrations going out. You see both sets of footsteps walking back. They seem to split up at the point where the mess hall door is. One of them goes.
Down the western hallway.
Yeah, one of them goes west. The other goes into the mess hall. You hear the door to the mess hall close. Then a moment later, you hear a second door close, but much fainter, just barely audible.
Down the western hallway, probably.
Down the western hallway.
All right.
All right.
I silently nod to our compatriots. Take the coin from Nox. Open the door. Step out. Not seeing anyone. I'm going to use the coin to activate the door.
Hold the coin to the door. Door handle moves down. The door opens.
All right. And then I'm just going to stand on the other side of the door and hold my action to close it.
Roger is aware, but Roger basically gets the sense that you're going to have to stand there and like hold the door for the other two.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Yogu.
I'm just
Yogu.
waving him in.
Yogo enters the room and looks at all the books and whatnot.
Roll a wisdom save.
21.
Nice.
Yogo's
Yogu,
not overwhelmed by the amount of information.
feel overwhelmed, but not enough to make you sigh very loud.
Yogo stifles the sigh and looks expectingly for Nox to follow in.
All right, Nox.
I will be following in.
As Nox pops in,
Close the door.
closes. Nox, it is still your turn. Is there anything you would like to be looking for or doing, or
Yes.
if you roll a perception, I'll just tell you what. Sorry.
Perception check.
Yeah. You're looking around and you're just reading the spines of like books and like records that are all around. They all seem to be written, the spines at least, the labels all seem to be written in some kind of code. They're mostly just numbers and letters out there. You feel like you'd have to take a good amount to figure out to like decipher what any of the numbers and letters on the outside mean. Anything?
What?
Yeah, like it's so you can go somewhere in the room. You can grab books, records, anything.
Did I not see anything to my perception check?
You didn't like nothing specifically caught your eye, but like
Okay. I guess I'll just walk up to this table and see if there's anything on it. Since I can't get around it. I guess I could dash. Yeah, can I take the dash action and go up here and like check the shelves?
Hop
The
around,
drawers?
check the shelves.
That's what I'm looking for.
Just want to grab something and look at it.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. You grab a piece of paper and you look at it on the outside. It's got more of those weird letters. This one is L8PR 4716. You're a little confused. As you pop it open, you see
Cool. They have records on Perlin's arm.
Is that your turn?
Yep.
Top of the round, you all wait a second. You don't hear anything. Roger.
Wait, Nox, you found Perlin's arm? Look around in that
Yeah.
same section. You might find all the other magic items that Kensington has. Might give us a leg up on our assault. Look, I'm not one for record keeping and stuff like that. I think I'm best just staying here by the door and keeping watch. So I'll poke around the nearest stacks here, but I'm mostly just going to be keeping an eye on the door and keeping a lookout. So that's what I'd like to do. I'm just really more of a cursory glance towards the things that are like really immediately close to the door, but otherwise my main focus is on making sure no one's coming.
Right. So for this, we can break initiative turn order for a little bit.
Okay.
And just
Wait, actually, I have a thing
Clock's
that'll
ticking.
I have a thing that'll seal the door for 5 minutes.
Is it magic?
Oh yeah, but it's a magic item, so the magic's already been imbued into it.
Oh yeah, that's true. That was
So
discussed.
do I get the feeling that like activating a magic? So I mean, I know how minor the inscription of the rune was for Nox. I know that that's a very minor magical thing that he can do. Do I get the feeling that activating a magical item would have a similar effect as something that minor? Or is it because the magic's already been in it that I don't think it would make the difference?
you get the sense that with the minorness, this guy being able to pick up on it, you're getting the sense that the less the magic, the less the guy seems to be able to, detect it. The fact that he seemed to just nod it off as, oh, I must have just been feeling the doorknob or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But, so, I guess, do I think that activating a magical item would have an effect similar to the very minor magical effect that Nox produced, or because the magic has already been imbued into it, he might not be able to sense it?
You get the sense he could probably sense it a little bit.
Okay, I'm not going to take the chance. I will just stand by the door.
All right. Three of you peek around.
Yeah, Yoga wants to search for any records related to Kensington's fortress, or like his location or whatever.
All right, Yogu, roll an investigation check.
Not my best stat, but really not my best stat. Yoga kind of sniffs around and just kind of grabs books and like thumbs through them, and then gets
See the
bored
record.
and then throws it.
You see the records that are lying around. They all have those same like weird bookkeeping methods. You don't know. You pop one out, start reading into it. Some hatted man can't die. Whatever.
Tosses it into the fire. All these books, records, they bore Yogu. I guess that's Yogu's turn. If he can't do anything else.
We are a little out of initiative for this.
Oh, right. I mean, Yoga will probably keep
guard duty, so I'm not participating.
Yeah, I mean, Yoga will keep like walking around and looking at books and stuff, trying to find anything related to what we're looking for.
Knox, would you like to roll another investigation check?
Yeah.
Poke around. What was that labeled? PR something? L8 PR. You see another L8. L8. I didn't intend to do that when I said it. It was probably Freudian, but L8. You see another L8 on it. You pop it out. Sonar or something. This one seems to be about like dolphin like messing with one of the ships or something. The damage report. It doesn't seem super helpful. All right, I'll let you roll another one. If you want to roll another investigation check.
For who?
For either of you.
Oh, okay.
I'll let both of you can roll investigation checks whenever I say roll an investigation check.
Okay, gotcha. A 2.
2. Yogu.
This is not Yogu's forte.
You don't even open this one. You just got a bad feeling about it. Chuck it aside.
It's like Secrets of Immortality or something.
Right.
Just throws it on the ground.
Knox. Investigation check. An 18. You find one labeled PR07AH. Roger, you're holding your ear to the door. You can barely hear footsteps. Heard a door open. You're not sure. The other two can roll another perception check.
Investigation. They're still looking for
Investigation.
Yeah.
Investigation, yeah. Yogu.
Yogu.
Tandem Trieste.
Yogi of Yen.
So you poke through. What's this say? Small fishing town several miles north of the city, outside of a forest. Give me 1 second. Knox, if you want to roll your investigation check.
I did.
You did 20.
It's the 20.
Got a 20.
I for some reason cannot. Oh no,
Yeah,
It's
this
right
had
before
back.
mine.
Yeah,
yeah,
they
no,
just
it's
went back to
before
back, yeah.
Yogu's. That's
Yeah,
why I
yeah.
was confused. Give me a moment. All right, a 20. BH in D7. Yogu did also find something, and I need to find a map that I did not have ready. I'm sorry, I failed you.
No, you're fine.
Wow, that really is just an eye of the beholder.
Slightly better than a regular Eye of a Beholder. 'Cause it's
Yeah.
not random.
Yeah, you get to choose what you want.
No.
Death ray each time.
He does not Death Ray. He cannot Death Ray.
Oh yeah. Thank God. Disintegrate's still
Mm-hmm.
still scary.
I can't fucking find this map. What the hell? There we go. But you read on it and it says several miles south of a fishing village. What is it? Wormwood? What is that? Yogu says
What is Wormwood?
Wormwood.
Yogu, those are probably W's. You know you do this every time.
Oh yes, you're right. It has the two swoops. Yes, Wormwood.
Wormwood. I can't find it in my fucking folder, so I have to go somewhere else. Anyway, that's essentially what you get. Somewhere outside of a fishing village called Wormwood.
Have any of us heard of a village called Wormwood before?
None of you would have. I'm
Okay.
not. No check. Anything.
Yeah. Does the etymology of the name sound like... I mean, obviously it could be a renamed, like, new, I guess, New World location. However, the name of the town sounds distinctly Old World. Does it seem like this is most likely an Old World location? Or New World, I guess. I mean, I'm just trying to think of the New World names we've heard sound less like Wormwood.
you get the. Roger, roll a history check.
Sure. I like to think he's like, well, this doesn't sound like any town I've ever heard of. So it's got to be an Old World place.
14. You get the sense it's probably somewhere in the old world. All right. Roger, you hear more footsteps. Sorry, it took me fucking forever to find
No worries.
what I'm looking for. The other two, you hear more. So Roger, you hear more footsteps.
They
This
approaching
time-
this door.
They're getting a little bit louder, like they're coming down a hall.
I'm just gonna stay at the door. I mean, at this point, we're sort of backed into a corner. We're not going anywhere, so I'm just waiting to give either Yogu and Nox a word to either hide or prepare for a fight. We're not running. There's nowhere to run to, so it's
Right.
It's really just okay, yeah, they're coming
You-
into this door or they're not coming into this door. And if they're coming into this
Right.
door, then I want to like do something.
All right.
Once I hear them like try to unlock this door.
So you hear these footsteps, with your instinct and everything, you get the sense that you've probably got another 30, 40 seconds before they approach you. Before they get to you if they're coming in your direction. You're not 100% sure, but looking around the room, you see several corners that aren't visible from any of the main areas. You, with your instincts, you get the feeling you'd be able to hide. All three of you would be able to hide somewhere in the room if you gave the order.
Yeah, I turn to them and say, I'll whisper and say, we might have company coming. Get ready to duck into those dark corners if I give the word. Be ready, because it's going to be quick. You'll have only about 10-15 seconds when I give you the word.
Okay.
Right. You can both roll an investigation check. You have 45 seconds. An investigation check is going to cost 15 of those.
So you essentially get 2 more before I give the word.
Right.
Okay.
Yogu. Knox with a 20. You are on it. And you have found.
Oh, balls.
Right. Yogu with a 16. The file right next to the one you said that was. This one seemed to be like the purchasing of a plot of land, like the deed for that. Strange that it was there. But the next file you find, pretty much right next to it, seems to be the layout for some sort of palace.
Yogu found the good shit.
You found the good kush.
Yogu found that sticky icky.
That sticky icky.
But it doesn't give a location, just the layout. The
that
location
a
is
layout.
generally north of Wormwood.
Generally south of Wormwood.
That's what I said.
Yeah. You said outskirts of a town called Wormwood, somewhere past the Moonway Swamp.
Oh, hell, I need to write that down.
Yoga would like to say, or I guess, would studying this map give Yogu a good understanding of this fixed location?
Of this fix. Okay, I will say that map is a lot more detailed than what you're actually looking at. You're looking at a blueprint floor plan.
Okay, gotcha.
That I didn't feel like making.
Oh no, that's fine. That's fine. I had a spell that may come in handy, but we already know the area and where to go.
Effectively, the trees you're looking at on this piece of paper that is
it would be a find the path spell,
right?
But yeah, Yogu would like to roll this map up and stuff it in his uniform. He's still wearing that uniform. He'll take the deed and everything.
As you grab this, you notice this says floor 1.
Oh, it's multi-floored. That would make sense. You said we had one more set of checks, right? Or was that the last one?
Sorry, you said past the moon something?
If you
pass
what? Moonway Swamp.
The Moonway. I'd get a pen.
Right. So, another little look behind the lens. I will give you advantage on any stealth checks to hide if you hide with the 30 seconds that you have left. If you want to go for one, if either of you want to go for one more, you're going to roll straight. But you can also go for 2 more and roll at disadvantage.
I'll go for one more.
I cannot look because I had to open other things.
22.
And I have to reset my roll 20.
Yoga will also go for one more.
22?
Oh, that is.
A 22. A 22. And what did Yoga roll?
11.
11. You pull one out. Like contact rebel in the what the name is that? The Kelpie in the Kelpie Lakes. The Bullywug? What the fuck is a Bullywug?
Is that what Yoga's saying or Nox?
Yeah, Yogu. I don't know if Yogu would actually know what a Bullywug is, but
He's a SWAT
I
person.
don't. I don't.
Oh,
Coleman doesn't, but I guess Yoga might since he's from the swamp. But Yoga will
this
take
is a
the-
swamp in a very different part of a world.
Okay.
Yeah,
That
it would
makes sense.
it would make sense if Yogu didn't know it. Thus, I was.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yoga will take that just it seems somewhat important.
Alright, Nox. You got a second? Well, I'm gonna make it. If you guys aren't gonna roll anymore, you hear the footsteps basically outside of the door. You can all move your characters to a spot in the room where you want to hide.
Can I hide under the desk?
You can hide under the desk, sure.
I'm small.
Nox pops under the desk.
Yoga would like to hide here.
That's okay.
was it Contact Rebel? I don't know if you had these written down. That's why I was writing them down.
If I didn't have it like ready for you guys to be able to check later, it might not have been as important.
Contact Rebel Bullywog. Oh. Cool.
On this one, Nox, you find it seems to be some kind of damage report, but you decide to. It seems to be some kind of damage report. You do see the name Alistair Kensington on it, but you decide to duck below the desk before you fully read it. The door creaks open. All of you in your hiding places. Yoko.
Yoga. Stealthy.
Do you have advantage?
No, thank God. I mean, it was 23 still good, but
Disadvantage. This guy walks in, takes a moment, looks around, grabs some paper off the desk, looks at it, looks around at the shelves. He walks back out.
Are there any windows in this room?
No.
I don't think so. It's the sealed records fault. I assume there weren't, but
You haven't seen any windows since you've been inside the building.
okay. What is providing light in this room? Are there like lanterns? Do they seem magical, or are they just normal lanterns?
You see, like, you get the sense they're probably magical.
Do they seem magical in that they're just providing light, or a magical fire that does not go out?
Magical in that they're just providing light.
Okay.
They're not burning.
Hey, yeah, you can always use a distraction. Burning record room. Okay. Alright, do you think we have what we need?
we have a location. We have at least the first floor map.
You got some of the details on Kensington's shit too, right? The wings, the gem.
Oh yes.
eye.
We found such things. Eye, wings, and Mind Stone.
What about anything on the earring?
Ooh, no, Yogu did not find anything earring.
Well, I guess Dollface should know what that is anyway, so hopefully we can reconnect with them. Alright, we're starting to push our luck here. Do you
Alface did describe to you what they all did, but she seemed to have much less specific terms than these very eloquent records would,
right,
to give you
exactly.
basically the exact idea of what you're going up against,
Yeah,
other than a vague sense.
yeah. I think she said that the earring basically was like you couldn't be surprised. Something along those lines. Alright, look, the longer we stay in here, the more likely we are to get caught. If we've got what we need, we should start thinking about leaving.
Yes, Yogu agrees.
Never found the prison?
Not yet.
You're gonna pop out and look for the prison?
Alright, before we leave, let's take one last look. See if you can find, I'll help this time, since we're on our way out. Let's see if we can find some sort of map of this place. Because I would like to, you know, I feel like it would help us to sort of strike a blow against the military on our way out. So, I'm kind of feeling, I've got some bottles of oil here for the lantern that got broken when we went to that underwater temple. So the lantern doesn't work anymore, but I do have a couple little flasks of oil, and I'm thinking a little smoke, a little fire. At least we'll draw a bunch of people to this room while we're sneaking out a different way.
Okay, Yogu can look.
I think we take one last look. Let's see if we can figure out where these people are, because if we've got some pirates here in this prison,
Alright.
I'd like to
that
see
would
if we
just
could
be
find
Nox
them.
going through with advantage. Nox, you're now poking around in a different part. You do find it says BK-L1 something on it. You do find a rough map of the area. It's mostly just a floor plan. I don't know how to let you.
You don't have to actually show it to us.
Yeah. But
Hey,
looking
Nox,
at
you
it,
didn't
you
happen
see
to...
that
Oh, good.
basically the staircase you came in on that had you gone down the first hallway that would let you go west. That seems to be where the prisoners are held.
All right. I think we tell me if you think this is crazy. It doesn't have anything like a prisoner records list or anything. We can know if there are people in there we feel like definitely need to get out. No, we don't.
It would risk us getting caught more if we did. We could easily become one of those prisoners.
Yoga would also know that would mean that Roger's going to get killed.
Yes, Roger would get killed.
Look, I
Specifically Roger, not the other two. You'd
Yeah.
probably rot in here forever, but
don't know. This connection with Sidikoi and his people and sort of the thing that we've sort of developed over time. You asked me 6 months ago, I wouldn't have given a shit about these people. You know, if I could free them and they, you know, throw me some coin, whatever, yeah, I'd be all in. But now with the jaw and the connection, and I kind of feel like these are my people to save. And look, I don't want you guys to get caught up in this. So if you think that this is a terrible idea, I'll go along with you all and we'll just leave. but I'm kind of thinking we set a fire in here, we make a beeline towards the prison area. Hopefully all the guards on this side of the place come to where the smoke is, try to put out the fire on their precious records, and we do a little bit of a prisoner escape and we get the fuck out of here. But it is gonna be dangerous and it's gonna be probably bad.
Yoga
I
will
would
be
like
willing.
to finish this session tonight, so.
I mean, Yoga would be fine with that if, Roger and Nox are. Yoga's only concern is things
How's
have
Knoxville?
gone so well so far, but that could change.
There's another thing. I do have this, and I'll pull out a potion of invisibility that I do have in my inventory.
Mhm.
Look, you guys go out the way you came in. If I start this fire, I'm invisible. Ain't no way you're gonna fucking see me. I'll be in and out in a flash. You know how fast I can be. I'm just gonna run down the freaking line of cells. I'll pop a couple open. They can let themselves out. And you know what? We gave them a shot.
Okay, Roger, but just be careful.
All right.
So, Nox and Yogi, what are your two plan at this point?
Guess we'll go back to the forest.
Um,
Go back the way you came. Give me
So it's just Roger gonna try to go through all this?
give me 15 minutes. Take the rope. If I'm not there in 15 minutes, just go without me.
Okay, Roger.
Oh shit.
I would cast something to help you, but I don't want to give our position away yet.
Don't even worry about it. Yogu, you take care of yourself. Sort of pat him on the shoulder.
You as well, Roger.
Nox, take care of Yogu. He cannot take care of himself.
I'll take care of them.
All right.
My life depends on it.
I'll give you guys a 30-second head start, then I'm lighting this place on fire. And I'll pop the flasks open and start dousing the books.
All right.
In that case, Yoga will go cautiously open up the door before the fire starts, see if the hallway's clear.
You cautiously open up the door. The hallway seems clear.
Could Yoga do something, actually?
What's Yoga gonna do?
So we know whenever the door opens, it apparently pings the cleric or whoever.
No, that was probably because of Nox's inscription.
Oh, gotcha.
He just wrote it off as, oh, well, maybe it was the door, but
Oh, okay. I didn't
just
pick
because
up
it was
on that.
so minor. Yeah.
Okay. In that case, never mind. Yeah, I mean, if the hallway's clear, we'll start creeping back the way we came.
All right. Two of you can roll 2 more stealth checks to see, like, one each to see if you make it through without making too much sound.
We immediately just trip it on our faces.
Yeah, that's gonna make sound. Two of you. So I imagine you're dashing down
Yeah,
Together.
probably.
60 feet. Is that about like where you're going because you're trying to get back to the stairs?
Yeah, the stairs were over here, right?
Yeah, the stairs were towards your south.
Yeah, I guess we'd go in that direction.
All right. As they make a
You
bunch
down
of...
with that, Nox? I'm not finished.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm making sure that this is about where you guys should be.
Yep.
You're going through and you're both kind of like trying to stealthily run, and both of you just flat foot right in the middle with one audible footstep that echoes around through. The door to the mess hall slams open. You hear another door open up. You hear the general's voice shout out, Trying to think how he would work. I'm imagining he's like yelling out to discipline a soldier for walking the wrong way, scuffing a shoe or some shit.
Mhm.
Is like what he's yelling out to go. But you do hear him coming. He's not like full speed, like I would use all 30 feet, but he's like, I'd use like 20 feet of my movement, like fast walking.
Yeah, I mean, we'll keep going if we can.
Right. You can both roll. I'm going to say this isn't a stealth check anymore. This is going to be I guess, athletics or acrobatics, with the idea of this being just can you dash and get up the stairs before this guy gets to you, like gets around.
Okay.
All right.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Athletics or acrobatics.
Team with me.
You doing that too, Nox?
Yeah.
All right. You can both throw a stealth check on there. This one isn't as important.
All right, big rolls only.
Yogu, you get your flat foot back on pace, and you make it to the stairs without making too much of a sound. Nox, you also make it to the stairs, but as soon as you heard that voice, you kind of get that like, and you kind of stopped worrying about, making noise. As you guys get around the corner, you like grab the edge and spin, and both spin. Yogu, you turn and you see Roger standing at the end of the hallway, door open, waving at you. You
Yogu.
run upstairs, and you hear soldiers shouting, "Was that a lizard? What the hell?"
At that point, as soon as they
start going off.
Okay, as soon as they like sort of jump out of that room, I would like to light the fire, drink the potion of invisibility, light the fire, and run out the door and yell, "Fire!" And then run towards the immediately book it down. So I guess it's 5. Like this way. So I want to basically start the fire.
If you're looking for the prison, that's not it.
Oh, you said west.
I said the first west. Once you got out of the.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry, my bad. All right, so 5. Oops.
All right.
I guess I'm gonna try to slip past these dudes, but essentially, I'm gonna try to draw all of their attention to the hopefully now smoldering and roaring blaze that's in the open doorway of the records room. And then while I'm invisible, just try to slip past them down the hallway.
You do exactly that as the fire starts to grow in this room. Flames engulf. You see the general turn and shout out, "Put that out now!" Roll a stealth check at disadvantage.
So I would have advantage because I'm invisible.
You would have advantage for, I guess that's fair.
So would that be a straight roll?
Straight roll, yeah.
Natural 19.
As you're running past him, you kind of kick off the wall and manage to just clear his head. You can feel the feather of his hat tickle you. You get the sense, you get the sense that had you come a centimeter lower, you would have tickled that feather enough to catch him. But he turns around. He turns around long enough to order people to go put the fires out, and runs down the hallway, following Yogu and Nox.
Okay. So with my feline agility, I have double movement speed. So
Right.
that was just my movement to move 60
Right.
feet.
We're starting with Roger. We're gonna go back into turn order, and Yogu Nox, you're gonna be theater of the mind for this.
That's fine.
So that is 25. So that is my bonus action dash. And then as I get into this hallway, did those look like cell doors?
As you see that first door, you see the title on this one is like Brigadier Warden or something, and pretty much every other door you're seeing is a locked metal door with a rune on it. Rune.
Okay. I'm using my action to dash, so I guess I'm just gonna move the rest of the way down this hallway. That's the rest of my dash action. So I movement, bonus action dash, and I get all the way down here. But yeah, that's it for me.
All right, Yogu, you are up.
All right. So at this point, like, alert has been thrown.
Yep.
Yoga would like to, and we're running up the stairs.
You two are running up the stairs, full sprint. As you get to as you get like about halfway up the stairs, the daylight is almost a little blinding, but you can see it out in the distance.
Okay. Before we reach the top of the stairs, Yoga would like to cast Pass Without Trace on Noxend himself.
All right, that's your action.
Yes.
Cast pass without trace. Anything else?
And Yoga would like to... That'll be it.
All right.
Just make it up as far as the stairs we can and cast Pass Without Trace.
All right, Nox.
I also just run up the stairs.
You're upstairs. You're gonna action dash.
Yep.
All right, use your action to dash, leaving Yogu a little bit behind, about 30 feet behind, I think, because you should both have 30 feet movement, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. As you look back for a second, Yogu, so that's Nox's turn. As you look back for a second, you see a gun barrel coming around the corner before this guy's arm does. It's a 9 hit.
Nope.
It's a nat 20 hit.
Yeah, that was... Oof. Ouch. Owie.
A shot hits you, causing you to bleed, causing a little bit of your blood to splatter onto the wall. You're able to walk it off. You're able to walk it off without much problem at all. But
Yoga kind of grits his
That did
teeth,
hurt.
and yeah, it did hurt a lot.
all right, Roger.
I have a crazy question.
Da.
Okay. Looking at the locks on these doors, does it seem like I could
Is this
just
door fucking...
yeah, that
My
door is
Pass
open,
Without
but it's
Trace
fine.
ends, by the way.
Oh shit. That door is just in the wrong fucking orientation. Alright, there we go. Fixed.
Does it seem like I can just smack these and like potentially break the locks off? Because I do have magical weapons.
Do you feel like you could smack them and get the locks off?
Okay. The second crazy question is, do I think that I could activate my jaw and scream to potentially, like, have it vibrate at a frequency to break a bunch of locks at once? Like, if I, like, focused that, maybe channeled the sonic amplifier of my, my 2 beaten sticks to just, like, burn everything and just blow the locks. I mean, I'll
like
take like
that
a
enough
lot
to
of
where
damage for it.
You are just making as much sound as possible in this moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, go for it.
Okay.
Your invisibility is also going to drop.
Yep. I lose the invisibility. I blow all the charges on my weapons. And I just sonic blast on all the locks just fall off.
All right.
I guess I should probably roll some damage against myself for using the jaw.
Yes. You should be rolling some damage against yourself.
So it's 1d6 for each creature that succeeds. So let's just say like 66 damage? Or do you want 8d6 damage? I feel like it should be a lot to like sort of channel all of this through my body.
Okay, so for each creature that succeeds...
Yeah, but I don't want you to make a
There's-
million saving throws, and that's not really the purpose of this either. I think it's like
yeah,
more like
no, I
focusing.
hear what you're saying. I'm going by doors unlocked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, I guess for each
1, 2,
door
3,
unlocked
4,
within
5,
300
6,
feet.
7, 8, 9, 10 doors unlocked.
Okay, so 10d6.
Oh, I guess I should be rolling that.
Oh, okay. You can.
Oh. No, that's...
I know, go for it. You can roll it. I rolled really well. Damn. Alright, I take 39 points of damage.
Well, I've got other things to focus on.
Yeah, you do. And then I just yell, "Get the fuck out of here!" And, move. I'm gonna just assume that took my bonus action as well, so that's just my movement, and I'm done.
Okay.
But otherwise, for the rest of this, I'm just gonna be move and double dash, bonus action and action. I'm not trying to hit anyone, I'm just fucking getting the hell out of here.
Yogu, you hear that, and so does the guy behind you. You look to him at a glance, and you see him turning around.
Away from me.
Yes.
You just hear an
okay.
echoing, "Get out of here!"
Get out of here.
Okay. Yogu is going to continue running up the stairs, but he would like to use a bonus action to... I do not have an idea for a wild shape right now. Yogu will just run up the stairs, dash. So 60 feet further up.
Yogu runs up the stairs, 60 feet further up. Yogu, as you are now at the top of the stairs, as you get to the top of the stairs, this is also coming for Nox. To Yogu, 24. To Nox, 11. As you both get to the top of the stairs, and it seems that the people at the tower had readied actions to shoot you.
Mm-hmm. Well, the 24 hits Yogu.
24 hits Yogu. 21.
Ouch. Yogu's bloodied.
21 piercing. You look to your... you see the like rope hanging over the side of the wall where you had both climbed up before. Your, I guess that would be your fucking right.
I can't see.
Well, no, yeah,
Right now.
you're not on the map. It's theater of mind, but
Oh, yeah.
just make this easier on me. I didn't expect
I'm sorry.
this to... No, you're good. I love it. I love it so much. So you, with your, so you dashed, right? With your dash, you probably have another 30 feet left to, like, maybe jump off the side of the wall or something.
Of my movement?
Yeah.
Yeah, Yogu will do that. Yogu will do that. Trying to see. What else I could potentially do? Yeah, Yoga will just go go off the wall there with the rope.
Here, I will, so you guys can see yourselves, I will pop you two over there and then leave Roger. Did I move Roger to the wrong thing? Yeah. Ignore that. That was just an old map.
That's fine.
Yeah, so you two should have a better visualization of what you're dealing with now.
Okay, so the
where
two
you-
guards up here are shooting at us.
Yeah, you're standing where Roger is, effectively.
Okay,
But this map is not to scale, so...
gotcha. Well, my pass without trace ended because it's concentration. I got shot pretty fucking hard,
Yeah.
so we're not super sneaky anymore.
Right. Anything else you want?
I used my action to dash.
You still have about 30. You still have about a full dash from that.
Hmm. So you're saying I have not used the full dash?
Yeah, you
Movement
haven't used the
speed.
full dash, and if you want to take it back, I'll let you.
I would
You
like to
used-
take it back.
Your movement speed got you to the top of the stairs.
Okay, cool. I would actually like to take that dash back.
Yeah.
And I would like to look up at the rifleman in the tower, and then Yogu wants to hold out his hand. You see a large insect land on his finger, and then more show up, and then he's going to make a pushing motion and cast Insect Plague on those guys up there.
The hell does that do? Cool. Insect Plague. It's range 30 feet, sphere 20 feet. Oh shit, duration 10 minutes.
It's 300 foot range. Will that reach them?
Oh yeah.
Perfect.
Not quite that
And
far away.
I think it obscures the area somewhat.
Right. You see as this ball of insects just like wraps around the top of that tower. The riflemen start screaming on the inside. You can roll damage.
All right, they will need to make a con save and beat an 18. Otherwise, they'll take. Ooh, that's pretty good.
Nice.
They both fail.
They'll take 28 piercing damage.
All right. They're both gonna fail that roll. I was trying to avoid having to bounce back, but it's okay. That's what I'm doing now.
Yeah, that's Yoga's turn.
All right. Nox, you're up.
Oh, I should be.
Are we still
left
running
now.
or are we killing people?
I just threw that out there to like obscure them and like basically damage them over time if they decide to stay in the tower shooting at us.
Covering fire.
So I have to dash past them like this way.
The rope.
Where was the rope?
The rope is
So
like
kind of in the
right
middle.
here.
Oh yeah, can I climb down that then?
Yep.
How many feet would that be?
The rope is 30 feet, and because there are 3 pitons, you're going to roll a check and get +3 to it.
Alright, what kind of check?
Athletics or acrobatics?
Alright, so 17.
17 will do it.
Alright, am I on the ground now?
You make it to the ground.
Can I dash 30 feet this way then?
Right. You dash 30 feet into the forest.
And then that's my turn?
Right. That map is not quite to scale, though, just to keep in mind. Yeah, you're like there-ish. Okay. Back to Roger.
Yep.
Well, not to Roger. All right, our
Oh yeah.
general's gonna come around here, 30 feet. He doesn't quite see you, but he's just, he starts holding his gun out. These guys move here. They're gonna get right there. This guy is going to take a shot at you.
Mhm.
Nat
Hits.
20.
12.
12 piercing.
You know what? I'll uncanny dodge and take 6.
Really? How many of those do you have?
I can use it's a reaction. So,
Oh, okay.
but I figure if those are the only guys who can get to me, then maybe I won't take more damage this turn.
All right. You see as We're just gonna fucking
Yeah, a ton of pirates come out.
Yeah, you see a lot of the pirates come out. A couple of them you may even recognize. You hear a voice saying like, "Roger, Changing Leaf. I didn't expect to see you here." And you see a member that is clearly of Weimer's crew. You also see Sawbones in the distance popping back out.
Oh,
And they're
he cast a healing word at me.
thank you, pretty mama. Thank you, pretty mama, for letting me out. Just whoever I could find that felt like they belonged here. Johnny Bravo belonged here.
Johnny Bravo's here. What was Jonathan Bravado? Yeah.
Jonathan Bravado, correct. Yes, I do have what's his face's character sheet. He would be casting. Seeing you, and like you see like magic feeling up his thing.
Yeah.
It's gonna make a
1d8 plus, or no, 1d4 plus wisdom.
Alright, so he succeeds his wisdom save and is able to go ahead and cast a third level healing word at you.
Oh, I get 12. Awesome. I might survive.
Alright. That's their turn. Roger, you're up.
Alright. I just say, best of luck, boys. Run to the trees. I'm gonna move 20, 25 here. And then I'm going to...
Wait. Before you move, come back.
Yep.
Before you move, come back. God, no, the wrong fucking thing.
Here. I'm back.
Wrong fucking guy. Okay. You do see somebody pop out in front of you from this door.
Oh, god damn it! You're still alive?
That's the last time I trust. That's the last
God,
time
no
I
way.
trust. Like, I can't remember any of his other brother's name.
Nappy.
Piper.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I dash right around him because fuck this dude. But 25 feet to here.
Roll a.
Is he stopping me?
No. Roll a. I don't. Just roll a d20.
Okay. 3.
You're looking at him. I'm gonna ignore your bad roll. You're looking at him, and you're like, he's not that tall. I could
not
probably
him.
pick him up.
Push him down.
Well, okay. I guess I grab him, but it might not, it might affect what I'm about to do, which...
No, I'm making the joke of, like, Roger has a thought of, like, I could use this guy as a human shield.
Oh. Well, I hope it doesn't matter, because I'm going to move 25 feet here, and then I'm going to bonus action Misty Step
Alright.
to teleport past these guys so that they don't get a chance to stop me.
Alright.
I'm basically saying, hey, look, you guys are on your own, I let you out. And hopefully enough guys are either sick with poison or distracted by the fire, and you know what? They can get out or they can't. I did my job. I gave him a shot.
You gave him a chance?
I gave him a chance. So that is my movement and bonus action to get here. Let me mark off the spell slot.
As you step within range...
Teleporting.
I get... Yeah, so he readied an action to
Oh,
shoot you
okay,
in that
yeah.
range.
So then he would have a shot. Yeah.
Yeah. 16?
Misses.
Right.
And so I make it around the corner here, and then I have an action to dash. And I can't remember where we came. Oh, the stairs are right here. So that's 5, 10, 20, and I'm up the stairs for another 10 feet.
I'm just not gonna try to maybe stun the guy to give him better chance?
Fine. You know what? You're right. After all that, I would have. All right, so I get here. I use my action. I'll take. Well, I've got no stuns left, but I will take a smack at. I'll take a smack at the guy directly in front of me. It's a 19 to hit.
It's gonna hit.
Okay, so that is 28 points of damage.
28.
Second attack. Oh shit, I can pump some Divine Smites. I mean, I got shit to burn.
That hits.
Oh, whoops, I didn't put it on there. So that's going to be an extra. I'll do a second level, so it's a 3D. Second level's 3d8, right, Coleman? Or is
Yes.
it 48?
Yes. 3d8.
3d8. He's not undead or a fiend, right? Okay, so second one is 31. Hopefully it blows that guy away. No. Hey, he's weakened
still
up.
standing a little bit.
Yeah, he's weakened
But
up.
you essentially knock him into the wall.
Sure. Well, and then I get there. That's the end of my turn.
Alright.
I'm around the corner.
With your bonus action, Misty said? Yep.
Yeah, bonus action, Misty Step, and the last 5 feet of my movement. So I, like, teleport behind them and then step around the corner. So they hopefully don't know where I am.
Alright.
And then just puff into a poof of smoke.
Alright, Yogu. I'm very sorry this is running so late.
It's alright.
Sorry.
Yogu wants to climb down the rope.
Climb down the rope. Roll a acrobatics or athletics.
With a +3.
+3, the DC's 15. You got it.
Alright. I'll climb down 30 feet, and then I'll dash into the woods another 30 feet. You said it's not to scale, so...
Yeah. 30 feet is like around where Nox is.
Okay.
But you meet back up with Nox. The two of you are standing right next to each other.
Alright. And
You
Yogi
hear
just wants-
gunshots and a lot of screaming.
Yeah, Yogi just wants to keep concentration on the insects as he's waiting for Roger.
Alright. Nox, you want to do anything?
God, we're just waiting for Roger so we can TP away.
I think so.
Yeah, get to the
How-
tree, right?
How long are you two planning on waiting for Roger?
Well, Roger said 15 minutes.
That was before I think the explosions and screaming started.
I mean, Yogi would probably wait for Roger as long as, probably till the last minute.
Alright.
That's just that's just Yogu, though.
Alright.
I don't know. You want to shoot the guards? Or the guys shooting at us down? Since they already know we're...
Yeah, if you can take
Yeah.
pot shots at him and take a couple of them out, it'd be perfect.
Yeah, so I'm going to shoot this guy right here.
Nice.
21 will hit.
Damn. 15 damage.
That'll hurt.
Yikes, you roll like almost minimum. That sucks.
And then I'm going to move... I'm going to tell Yogo I'm moving 10 feet this way, since I just shot from over where he was.
Alright.
That'll be my turn.
Alright. Roger.
Yeah,
not
I'm
your
running
turn.
at this point. I mean, I know it's not my turn, but like essentially if you want to just like have a couple of checks, like I'm just gonna run because I'm way faster than they are. So if I survive this next round,
Well, as you popped up next to this guy, he is going to draw his longsword.
Mhm.
Gonna take 1,
miss,
2,
miss.
3. Swings at you.
They all miss.
Alright. Also
Swing
gonna
and a
have
miss.
Pop! Not necessarily trying to kill you, I'm hitting you with everything that would logically be hitting you right now.
Yeah, no. made a choice here, Quentin.
Yeah.
You do what you gotta do. I fully made this choice knowing there's a high possibility that Roger dies, but I feel like I couldn't do Roger justice without doing this, so
You got one pistol coming towards you. 12
miss. My AC's 20, so...
Finally got one.
Alright, yeah. And I will have it to 8.
Have it to 8. And then can this guy make it to a pot? I guess he can. 23.
Yep. No.
He misses. Alright. 16 slashing.
Alright.
That's his turn. And all of these pirates are off doing their own thing. You hear a rumble, a rustle.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
Going
some
on
of
over
them.
there.
Some of them's got some magic, so hopefully they can down some guards and get some weapons, and they'll make it out, or they won't. You know, give them a shot.
Without your tree teleport, how are they going to make it out?
They can swim.
They're crafty.
We hope.
So my turn.
Yeah. So the other two,
I'm out.
you guys hear guards like rustling through the forest, potentially coming in your direction. Roger.
Oh, I've got 60 feet to dash with. I'll take 2 swings before I go, and I'm just gonna pump 2 second level smites into this dude. Alright, so first one, it's an 18 to hit.
It's gonna miss.
Oh. 25.
That's gonna hit.
Alright, so, last second level, plus another slash R, 1d8. Okay, so that's gonna be 35, 38, 41 points of damage to this guy. In front of me? Oh no, it's a bonus action to do that. I'm not gonna do that. And then, because I hit him, he can't opportunity attack me. And
All right.
I move and dash 60 feet up and out of here. Like 25 to get to the top of the stairs. So another 35, and I'm just down the fucking wall. Hopefully.
All right. It's 30 feet all the way up the stairs.
I would make, if you would allow it, I would make a, like an athletic, or either an athletics or an acrobatics check to, like, sort of like, just slide down the wall instead of climbing and risk damage.
Slide down.
Like, so, like, I'm up the stairs, there's the wall.
Oh, you're at the top of the stairs.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So it's 25 to get to the top of the wall, to top of the stairs. So I have 35 feet of movement left.
Right.
So if I get out of the stairwell to the wall, I don't know, maybe I've got like...
I'll let you drop and take the damage.
Could I potentially like wall slide down and have a chance of not taking the damage? Or is it just a straight up take it? If it's a straight up take it, I'll just take it. But if I have a chance of reducing it, I would like to.
Roll a dex save to half it.
Sure. No.
All right, so it's 1d10 per 10 feet, I think.
1d6 per 10
1d6
feet.
per 10 feet.
Yeah.
So,
So 3d6.
so 3d6.
Alright.
9.
Alright, take another 9.
Take 9 bludgeoning as you hit the ground. All right.
Yeah, worth it. Alright.
You look ahead and you see about 40 feet away from you, Yogu and Nox.
Alright. I'm just still booking it, so.
All right. How much more movement do you have?
No. So I had 35 when I got to the top of the stairs. If I jumped and you're saying it didn't take any movement by taking the damage.
yeah.
Well, so I would have had, what, maybe 20 feet of movement left from the top of the stairs to the wall and then off it, so. I'm maybe 20 feet behind them. I'm fast as fuck, boy.
All right, you are fast as fuck.
Fast
boy.
as fuck, boy.
Fast as fuck.
All right. You catch up and meet up with him just a few feet away.
Roger, you made it.
Oh, I let all the pirates out. I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do. If we get to the tree and, like, want to wait, make maybe, like, 10 seconds, 30 seconds to see if they make it out, I mean, that's kind of up to you, but,
Yogo points at the soldiers charging through the woods right now.
shit. Yeah, Mio, maybe, they just find their own way. There's boats and shit. They'll figure it out.
Yes, you gave them the chance.
I gave them the
all
chance.
That's more than they would have gotten. Is there... Oh my god.
They make it to the top of the stairs. We can see them.
We see the fucking pompadour first.
You
They're
see
really
four of them
just-
seem to have made it to the top of the stairs. You know there were a lot more than four of them.
Yeah.
Yogo asks, is that them?
Yeah. Hey, if you guys make it to the tree before we leave, you can come with us. But we're not waiting for you.
Yogo's just waving, very friendly.
The
right.
fucking insect swarm is just
Yeah,
eviscerating
there's
these
guys
dudes.
up there like, ah!
All right, you hear the soldiers coming. You hear like another wave of soldiers coming from a different path. Let's just roll a fucking deck save for each of these people. With what should my DC be to see if they can make it to you in time?
Do you want it to be medium or hard?
Yeah, medium would be
Probably.
what,
Medium would be
15,
15, hard would be
is
20.
20.
All right, so
Their bonus, depending
We'll do
on the
15.
person, is probably only like 1 or 2 for most of these guys.
yeah, we'll do 15. All right, so this one's for Johnny Bravo.
That's a D10.
Oh. Cool. All right, so for Johnny Bravo, 13. I think he's got a +2, if I remember correctly.
I'm pretty sure he does, if I remember
Johnny.
the character sheet.
Johnny is gonna make it to you.
Whoa, mama.
All right, the next one is for Sawbones. I don't know what his plus is, but he's not making that.
No, I think it's a 0.
Sawbones gets to the edge, and you see a bullet come up from the staircase and just pierce him down to the ground.
Damn.
Sawbones is dead.
Bye, Sawbones.
Mario.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I was like, wait a second, that token seems familiar.
I was like, yeah, that guy looks familiar.
Oh my god.
Mario pops down.
It's like, oh yeah. Or whatever his voice
Oh
was.
yeah, party boys.
Yeah,
Please get
oh,
me
yeah,
out of here,
party
party boys. And Doc is gonna.
Oh, bye.
Doc
can't die.
succeeds.
Fair
Doc
enough.
succeeds and makes it to you.
Fair enough. Doc's been I mean, he's a trickster god, so I mean... Are we still in initiative order? Because the first thing Yogu's going to do is cast
No, yeah.
transport.
That is the end of that. Yogu, you cast transport. All 6 of you here. Pop through.
Go! Get ass through the tree.
Pop through the tree portal.
God, Mario,
And
why are you
pop
so
out.
oily?
It's my natural complexion.
Oh my god.
The 6 of you pop out in Robot Pirate Island. I'm sorry that ran long. I really wanted to finish it because
I'm
No,
sorry.
that's fine.
That-
No, that's
no,
fine.
100%.
no, it's
That was-
good.
that was super fun.
Yeah,
I always love heists and prison breaks and
I
stuff.
lost Yogu, or I lost Nox. I don't know where Nox went.
Nox is right here.
Why is Nox fucking invisible?
Anyway, we make it back to Robot Pirate Island.
Yeah, you make it back to Robot Pirate Island. You make it back to Robot Pirate Island. The 3 of you, or all of you, like fall like flat-faced into the sand. You spit sand out of your mouth. Yogu, you very quickly close the portal as a bullet flies through.
Does the bullet hit anybody?
You all sit around and wait for a second. None of you felt it. You suppose that's it? You're good.
Yes, we are success. As Yogo raises up his arms, the bullet wounds that he got earlier just like caused him to go like. Ugh!
Roger's just like a fucking slightly bleeding mess.
Camille
Not
and
look
Gunny,
good.
or like other members of like Robot Pirate Island who all have basically aware of what you're doing, like help you up. They're already like tending to your wounds. Did you get it?
Yes, we got it.
Jacob pulls a crumpled map out of his jockstrap.
Yeah.
And with that, you have the information you were seeking. You know where Kensington is.
Hooray!
You have
Some new
a
crew
blueprint
members.
for his thing, and you have the exact descriptions of some of his abilities.
Sick.
Now we just gotta wait for the baby napping.
All
The
right.
whole plan comes together.
If I can speak for, I guess, Roger for a second, it's like, have the others gotten back yet? I assume you would ask, and they say no. And we will see where that ends. This was really fun. All right, sorry that went so long.
Great time.
No, that was super fun. I like that.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude.
Yeah, no problem.
See you guys.
You guys,
All right, see ya.
eventually,
2
whenever
weeks ish.
the finale.
One more.
All right, have a good night.